been around for over 112 years. And our apple cider vinegar recipe has
Hey, Melly Joe, how are you? I hope you're well. I was out running the streets of YouTube and just wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling all that testosterone going on out there with the men fighting. How are you feeling? How are you doing? I am very good. I'm well, thank you. Just up with my pups and decided if anybody was on and if they wanted to come out of the jungle rooms, we could hang out. But if not, I'm good. Oh, Ernie's on, and let me turn down my music. I'm jamming to the Bee Gees. I love me some Bee Gees. You hear me? Um, Ernie's on, and who else is on? Jimbo, and it's just a lot. It's just back and forth and back and forth. And I went into both of them, and it's the same old crap, same old day. I just get tired of hearing about it. So I'll come over here and see if anybody else wanted to hang out instead of watching the men tear each other up. And who's a tiger and who's a lion? Who's a bear? All I know is I'm a leanie. I'm not taking on anybody else's stamps or tags or anything like that. Hey guys, come on in. Come on in. Y'all come on in and make yourself comfortable. Where you been, Millie Joe? I haven't seen you. Were you in Rose's live last night? Pretty tired of all the arguing, yelling, and bitching too. Yeah, yeah. And men are just as bad as it is women. I mean, um, I think the men like to egg it on, but the men like to egg it on for a different reason. It almost feels like the women are fighting over the men, and the men are sitting back hosting panels to let the women fight over them, and it's just disgusting. I'm not into it. Not fighting over no man. No. Good for you. That's healthy. Taking time off. Yep, good for you. I had to take a break from doing a lot of was talking about that today in my live. I did a live earlier today and took a break from um, the true crime stuff that I've been watching. I've been watching so much that I realized last night I was just, it was affecting my sleep and affecting like, just everything that I think about. And so I'm like, nope, not turning it on. I have been getting clips of what's going on with in the Rust trial, uh, Alec Baldwin's movie Rust trial. Um, but as far as like following cases right now, I just had to step back. Hi, Barbara. Why would I think you're a wacko? Oh my God, I think you're wonderful. Why? Tell me that. The Idaho 4 case was like that. Yeah. I'm glad that some of that has died down just to I mean, I hate it that it's just gonna be so far off, before we ever get to trial on that, but it was just crazy. It's just crazy, and you guys won't believe what all I have on the Ida 4 Ida 4, the Ida 4 case. There, I'm just gonna make up my own word. Team Rose, hi, baby. Barbara, why would I think you're a wacko? I think you just come and give me a hug. Bring it in. Bring it in. Rose, you're not running in the jungle tonight? Can't do the jungle tonight, Rose. I just can't do it, love. Just, oh, hold on, hold on. Just heard some news. Did anyone else hear Peaches? Come on. Is that just another like or clickbait? Do you think, Rose? Come on. If it's true, have you talked to Tina? How's she doing? I would think that would change up a lot of what's going on if they, in fact, are having one baby. But anyways, yeah, I've got some ties with the Idaho 4 case, but I can't talk about it right now because, and I'm not being vague. I'm not being one of those people. Please don't get me. I don't know any of the families. I don't know any of the victims. I don't know nothing like that, but I have to be careful how I talk about it because it affects one of my family members. And until my family member has moved on from the situation, then I can't really talk about it. But um, yeah, I'm interested in the trial, though. That is one way to keep a man. Huh. Oldest trick in the book, right? Trap a man. Trap a man. God, why? How long have you been off? Did Barbara leave? I really don't like how you can't see who's in your chat or who's watching in the bushes. I don't like that. Um, it's not that deep, Melly. I don't have any inside information. It's just that um, I just can't explain it. But it's not that deep. It's just that it would affect that person's life and my family. And I, of course, am going to protect it so it could go south really, really fast. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be about that. But I'm not doing that for, clout or anything like that either. I don't know anything about the victims, or I just know something about something that affects one of my family members. But it's dumb. It's dumb. I just have to be careful. No, I don't know. No, I don't believe in bringing family members into this at all unless they just want to be here. Because Ann Horn's better off in her life that and PJ are having a baby, and I sent you a message after that show. Oh, I didn't even see it. Did you send me a message on Facebook, Barbara? Hi, Deets. How are you? It's good to see you, honey. Thanks for coming over and spending some time with us. I didn't even see it, Barbara. And I don't get offended at all. Like I wished I did, but I really don't feel that. I think I've come so far in my life and my journey and through a lot of living and pain and all of that all of us do, that I just don't waste time on being offended by people. I really don't. The only way I get offended, like that I could ever even use that word, is if somebody does something against my kids. Then all of a sudden things can get ugly. No, okay, so Barbara, I don't know how to do the replay comments. Where do I find that at? Oh, like when you go and replay it and then you watch. Oh, okay, and then you see somebody comment after you've watched it. Okay, because I don't know why doesn't YouTube save the chat comments? Do I have to upgrade or something like that? No, I didn't even see that. But no, I wouldn't be upset with you at all. You're not causing problems. But Team Rose was just in here a minute ago and said that she had gotten word. So, oh, you were here. You saw it. So she got the word. How funny the news comes out after the fuss of their. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it clickbait? Is it just to a dig at Tina, or I mean, what is that about? Why? Why? Now it don't and then to go as far as twins? Does that make any sense, really? I don't know. I don't know that I'm buying it, really. What do you guys think? I mean, I don't know them at all. I don't know Dolly. I don't know PJ. I don't know. I think um I mean, I've been over to Dolly's a couple of times and just couldn't do it. That's just funny. When I was out running the streets, I did see Tina in Ernie's. So, oh God, let me turn that down. So, and while I was over there, I think I saw a message somebody had put in the chat that somebody was pregnant, but I wasn't paying attention, so maybe that's what it was. Maybe they're talking about it over there. I don't know. For some reason, they stopped doing it. Hmm. Yeah. Pardon me. So you weren't around Melly Joe for Team Rose's live last night. Maybe if you get a chance to look at probably the part where Tina comes up on it and listen for about an hour and a half of that. Um, yeah, there was some stuff that came out that caused some drama. There was a lot of people that came from all over the place to listen to what Tina was saying on there. So yeah, that might be where it's come from. I think it's clickbait. I don't think it's real either. I think it's just drama. Half awake, gonna go to sleep soon, but I'm listening and hitting the like and subscribe if you. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. I hope you sleep well. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that so much. Not Tina, Rose must be getting all kind of news today. I think a lot's been going on in her world because I noticed she didn't do a live and she did what, one or two different shorts, and she was in my live earlier today just for a little while. And she said that she was sent a lot of messages that she had to check out. So she was never able to come back. So I'm guessing that people have been blowing her up. So are all, if not some of you on the other side of the world, is that why you guys are awake right now? Melly Joe, you're overseas, right? I know that. Are you overseas? Let me look at this real quick. You guys, I'm up to 210 subs. Who knew? Yep, Melly Joe's in Australia. I was just thinking about it a couple minutes ago, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a scam cooked up by Ann Horn and PJ to pay Tina back for last night. That's kind of childish, don't you think? I don't even know who Ann Horn is, to tell you the truth. I know who PJ is. I knew about her. I don't know her. I knew of her um, before I came over here to this community. But I think that that is really, that's such, good God, so high school. Unbelievable. You're in the States. Okay. Okay, Deets. I won't ask you if you don't want to tell where you're from. Yeah, I can't believe it. 210. Who would have thought that? I can't believe it. So now my new goal is 220 because I always go in 10 increments of 10. That way I never feel let down. I just woke up and don't know how long I'll be awake, but I'm listening. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. PJ's childish. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Um, if that's the case, it's very child. It's so sickening. I mean, good grief. You don't have, if it is not for real, you don't have to make up something. You've already got the man. Why do you got to make up something? That's so dumb. So dumb. Gosh. So let me tell y'all what happened last night. I had my grandbaby over. Not last time. Yeah, it was last night because I took her home. So before I took my granddaughter home, she is 11 years old, and I wanted to take her and get her something to eat, and she picked the Waffle House, and so we stopped at the Waffle House. Thank God, because it was on the way to her house. We stopped at the Waffle House and we went in there, and we were sitting like right next to where the door where you go in to use the bathroom. And this is how bad true crime has gotten into my head, right? So I'm sitting there and I watched this older man. He had to older man compared to her, like I don't know, he was it's hard for me to tell ages, so it's probably anywhere from 45 to 60, right in that range right there. But he could have been 21 and I still would have reacted the same way. It didn't matter. But he looked at me and he didn't smile. He didn't like nod his head or acknowledge me at all. And then he kept walking like towards the bathroom so he'd have passed my grandbaby, and he looked at her face and he tipped his hat to her and smiled at her, and I was so pissed. I was like, well, the first thing that came out of my mouth, you guys forgive me for saying this, but the first thing, it just was a natural reaction. I was like, "Motherfucker, I will kill a motherfucker." And my grandbaby was like, "Mammy," because my grandbabies call me Mammy, and she said, "What is wrong with you?" And I had to have the whole discussion with her. Now, it would have been different if he'd smiled or said, "Hey," or whatever, you know, to me too. But to tip your hat at my grandbaby, who's 11 years old, and smile at her when you're not smiling at the whole damn table, there was a problem with that. I had a severe problem with that. And so I had to sit right there and talk to my 11-year-old grandbaby about that stuff, um and I felt terrible. And then when I dropped her off to, her mom, my daughter, I had to apologize, you know, to my daughter for having to be the one to give her that talk about, how there's scary people in the world, and you have to watch their body language and stuff because, um, it can be dangerous. And, uh luckily, my kids don't get mad at me for having the hard talks with my grandkids. Sometimes they'll call me and ask me to do that for them. But I was so shitty. I was so shitty about that. And when he came back out, I just mean mugged him. Mm. Anne would agree because she spread hate all the time. Really? Why? Who is she? What does she hang out in Dolly Vision? If you knew Anne Horn, you would agree she doesn't like PC. Oh, but why? Does she not like her because she's friends with PJ? And And so she's white knighting for her? Or did she not like her before the whole PJ thing? You know what a frickin' idiot she's gonna look like now that that's going around the internet, that she's pregnant? You know what? And it does come out that she's not pregnant. That's not a good look. Not that I think people care. I don't think people care, you guys, you know, because even negative attention is attention, and that's what these people need. But I I mean, if you don't like that somebody is saying something about your man and publicly admitting that you're in love with somebody, then just come out and say it. Just be like, "You know what? Just keep my man's name out of your mouth, and we're happy here, so move along." I mean, be grown-ups about it. Starting a rumor doesn't help anything but exasperate the whole thing. So dumb. So dumb. I don't understand people. This is how I stay in a bubble. Is she gonna go live tonight? Do you guys know? Do you know if PCT is gonna go live tonight? I don't understand though. Is I guess I've never disliked somebody that much. If I dislike somebody, I don't have anything to do with them. They don't make a lick of sense. But I mean, that's what a lot of this is about on the internet. That's why part of the reason why I started my own channel, because I was struggling to find a community that it wasn't about just hating people and and grifting people and trying to get people's money and poor me and all this. I needed to be with real folk that have real problems or real victories, and she doesn't. I don't know. That's why I started my channel, because I was tired of you. I don't it's so I honestly have never found a channel until I came and found found Rose and Tina, where um uh there wasn't so much fighting going on. I mean, people going to people's houses, sending people over to their houses, calling the cops for welfare checks just to get under people's skin, doxing their families. That's dangerous stuff. Like, I'm not about that. She didn't like PCT on Dolly. They got into it on Dolly's panel a couple of times. Oh dear God. Is mm, did Dolly just sit back and watch it happen? Or did he tell him to chill out? Oh, PTC is up on Ernie's right now. I was looking to see if if she was going live, and she probably won't go live unless he cuts his off, and then she'll go. But yeah, she's up on panel right now. PJ runs Dolly. Has she always run Dolly Vision? Or did that just start happening recently? The one time I was over there, well, 2 times, I actually went over there twice, and they were doing that, like, voting people off of Turtle Island, and people would call in or whatever, and, I guess PJ was doing the games or the numbers in the background or something like that. He tried to ignore it. We can't ignore it when it's on your own panel. How do you ignore something's on your panel? I don't watch them channels, too much drama. Yep, I have to agree with you there. There's so much more to talk about. So much more. But people like train wrecks. People like that kind of stuff. What kind of people like it? I don't know. But people do. There's definitely a thing out there for that. The moment it came out, they were together. Oh, okay. I understand. Well, Tina left right after that, though, correct? So why should there be a problem with Tina about it? If she didn't she leave right after it came out, or she was kicked out or something? I think Tina's tried to explain it to me, but she's tried to explain it to me in messages, and it's sometimes hard to understand through messages. I seriously thought that Tina was like just falling head over heels for Ernie. So when all that came out last night, I seriously was floored. I think everybody was. Oh, she stayed a while. Okay. Okay. I understand. Well, I kind of think if it's your oh, okay, Tina's gonna go live after hers. Okay. Yeah, I'll shut this down and we could all head over there if you want to whenever she's ready to. But I I just I love Tina. I do. I think Tina is going through something where she actually feels free. Um, and I don't think she's felt freedom in a long time. And she, you know, mentally, and I think that she's actually being something maybe that she's wanted to be, but wasn't able to be. And now she's testing the waters and seeing how far it'll take her. I live and let live is what I say. Live and let live. And the reason is because, if you don't like what I have to say over here, there's the door. Go ahead and leave. If you don't like what Tina's doing, don't go through her door. Just leave her alone. Let her do it. If you don't like what Dolly's doing, leave the door. But the problem is sometimes you leave the door open and you're going to get backlash from it. But some people like that. Do I think, even Tina said last night on Rose's panel, she said that sometimes she does the stuff that she does for the attention. And I appreciate the honesty. I do. So good on her. I just think she needs to make some money. I mean, if you're going to put it out there, why do it for free? Shit. Maybe I should start selling pictures of my feet. I heard there was a consumer out there for that. People want pictures of women's feet. What y'all think about that? Would you sell pictures of your feet on the internet to strange men? There's a fetish. In fact, my husband and I always joke about it. I'm like, dude, if we get poor, if we get like where we can't handle this anymore, we can't, neither one of us can work, then we'll just start selling our feet on the internet. For real. For real, there are. Go look it up. Exactly. Why give it all away? No, not me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'll make money off of that. I don't understand the feet fetish thing, but hey, to each their own. And the good thing about feet is like it could be anybody's feet. Well, except for Ernie's right now because his is all screwed up, so I've heard. You have ugly feet? What makes feet ugly? And your ugly feet may be somebody's, fantasy, I'm just saying. Corroborate what I'm saying. Yeah, well, I think that everything that we've talked about as far as, like, the Dolly Vision and and all the women who have loved him, um, you know, nobody has said anything wrong, and it's nothing that they don't know that, and, um, I don't think we've said anything that would, um, hurt anybody's feelings, but also they put it on the internet. That's kind of, you know, if you put it on the internet, you're putting it out there for people to talk about one way or the other. You don't wanna Google it, Deets? Come on, come on. I would sell. Yeah, why not? Why not? It is a big thing out there. Feet pictures. It's I was gonna say something, but I don't wanna. Yeah. What? It's better that I'm gonna say it because I'm just gonna say it. It's better than selling panties, and there's a big thing out there for them too. So, feet pictures, you can be totally anonymous, totally. And all it would take is you getting a pedicure and get your toenails done differently. So, yeah, me and my husband tease about it all the time. All the time. I have got to figure out how to save these live streams with all of the comments, because every time the live stream goes up after we're done with it, then the comments go away and I miss, like today I missed everything because I didn't have time to go back through before I signed completely off because my husband had come home from work and I wanted to spend a little bit of time with him before he went in there. He had to work some he wasn't done with work, so he had to be in his office doing stuff. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time with him. And I didn't get to read everything, so I got to figure out how to do it. I've got to do some research on it. No matter how much my toes there or goes painting. No matter how much my toes they get painted. Is that what you're saying? I don't do pedicures. I don't like them. I just don't like them. It tickles too bad, and I don't and it's not the whole foot that tickles, it's around my heel. When they start messing with my heel, I can't handle it. I just wanna kick them. So I don't get pedicures, I do my own. I just Puma Stone the crap out of them and then paint my toenails. That's all. No matter how much I would paint my toenails, my feet still looks ugly. Hmm. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, so they say. So you don't know what those people out there are looking for that are looking for feet pictures. You may have the exact kind of feet that they're looking for. So what's the rules? Didn't I give you a wrench, Deets? Well, my thing with the wrenches was I was like, I'm not gonna give a wrench to every person, um, in my chat because I thought, you know, how could I be so bold as to think that everybody would run a wrench, right? I've been given wrenches before, and believe me, I've given them right back because I was not sticking around their community that long. I was there just to see what's going on, and I didn't want nothing to do with it. Um, and so I was like, maybe I'll just find one or two people that will take a wrench, and then that'll be good. And then I was just like, but that's kind of hard, right? Because most of you guys have been here since my very first live, which hasn't been that long ago. It's been about a month now. So I do like how Rose and Tina do it. Um, so I guess there are no rules. I just learned today actually how to do the wrench thing, to tell you the truth. Um, and then so whoever was in chat today that I knew had been here since like the first day, that's who I had given the wrench to. But Deets, I thought you were here earlier today, honey. I'll definitely give you one. If you don't want it, don't throw it back at me and hit my head though. I'm not kidding. I thought of people doing the panty thing when you mentioned feet. Some of the sickos want dirty panties. Yeah, they do. That's what I was saying. So doing the feet pictures are so much easier than doing the dirty panty thing. Now that you got a severe problem with that. That's just nasty. That's just nasty. You love your feet being tickled? Oh no. Tashi, my love. I hope you're having a good evening, Tashi. Warrior. How are you, honey? It's good to see you. Oh, oh. Yes, I have a wrench, but don't know what you want us to do. I don't know what I want you to do either. I have to say this. You guys are welcome. I have to say that. So last night on Roses, a lot of times I had to mute myself and I was watching chat, you guys, and I was seriously like laughing my ass off. Like I could not stop giggling, right? And the more people like Rose would come on and she'd fuss at everybody, don't be timing people out. That's my job. And don't be kicking people out of here. And I was giggling because every time she'd say it, it seemed like somebody was timing somebody else out. And I was laughing my ass off. I could not stop because I couldn't tell if they were doing it just to piss Rose off or if they weren't listening to her and had her muted. I didn't know what was happening, but I got in my own head, and me in my own head was just having a good old party with that. So what I want you to do with it is I don't I don't know. I believe in freedom of speech, but I absolutely, if somebody comes in here ever talking about children, like, or doxing somebody, saying their real names. You guys know more of these people around here than I do. So I guess what I'm doing is the ones that have been here with me, like, since day one, I guess it is a protective kind of thing because you guys know, like people who are coming out of these other communities, I know what they're all about. I've watched them for a year and a half. So those I don't need help with. I know what they're over here for. I see that they're starting to get into this community more, and I'm watching what's happening, but I'm not warning the other creators about them because I feel like you need to be the one to go figure that out. And then let's just face it, they're not going to listen to me what I have to say. They're going to have to figure it out for themselves. So I guess what I'm saying with the wrenches is you guys know these people. You know who are the assholes and who's going to cause problems and stuff like that. And I don't if anybody ever comes in here doxing someone and just talking shit, like, and the person's not in the room. Like, say somebody comes in and me and Team Rose are up on panel and they just come in and just start like losing it with about Tina and just trying to cause division there. Get time them out. You don't have to get rid of them. Just keep timing them out. You know what I mean? Like, if it's like that. Now, if it's a good, healthy debate, like, let's just see, I've seen Tashi and have a couple words with somebody else in chat, and she was handling that just fine. So, if Tashi or any of you are having, words with somebody in chat or whatever, then you guys deal with it. Don't somebody else time out somebody because you don't like what they're saying to Tashi or to Melly Joe, or you know what I mean? Like, let them figure it out, and then they have a wrench too, and if they're done, then they're done. Click bye-bye for a little while, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm not kidding you. I was laughing so hard. I could not stop it, and then when Mark came in and started his shit, I was just like, "Oh my god, this is just getting funnier." And then Morbid and I go back, and I know him, and I'm just letting everybody figure that out by themselves too. But it cracks me up listening to Morbid and his game, because what Morbid's game is that if just listen closely to what's happening. Like, if somebody on panel asks Morbid a question and he doesn't want to answer that question, i.e., I think Mark asked him about kids. If you go back and you listen to how he answered that, he doesn't answer. He deflects. He'll raise another question. And he's quick about it and he's smooth about it that you don't even realize that he's deflecting. And that stuff makes me laugh because people don't understand what he's doing. So, you know, um, everybody's just saying hi and being so polite. But that's the other thing. That's the big thing about the wrench that I wanted to ask you guys too. Because when I would go to other channels and stuff, have you ever been in somebody's channel and you see somebody say, "Am I blocked?" or "So and so, can you see me?" Have you guys ever seen that? Do you want to know what they're really saying? They're really saying, "Nobody has greeted me." You know what I mean? And I realize if you're running 100 people in chat, sometimes it's really hard to keep up with the chat. So I get that. But if you get enough mods, then somebody will see that and be able to welcome it, because I'm terrible when I have somebody on panel because I'm really trying to pay attention to what they're saying and reading chat too. Some people are good at that. I watch Tina, she's good at that. But for me, if you're going to come up on my panel, I really want to give you my attention, because it's kind of like a guest in my home. If you come to my home, I want to give you my attention and not pay attention to what's going out in the yard, you know. So that's just who I am. So the other thing is I think wrenches should always, because like, did you guys know today in my life today there were 3 new people over from the Krama community that found this live? There were 3. 2 of them sent me a message after the live, but they had never been in none of our chats before. But they're looking for places to go that's not so drama filled and not so hateful. So everybody was so nice to him. It's a small community, like I said here. So it's easy for everybody to be like, "Oh, hey, stick around. We're glad to have you." But as hopefully it grows and we get more people in here, then it's just really big that everybody feels welcome and has been acknowledged. Lenny, look, I'm usually just posting links, but the bush lurkers were there to fight, and one started on Sticky. I asked her to leave her alone, and she snapped at me. So you shut her up. Well, I find it funny. I can't help it. It's just funny to me. And I'll probably find it funny in my chat too. I can't help it. I just can't. I mean, if all that's left is the ones that have wrenches and me, then we'll just go on. I mean, that's all I got to say, right? Oh, the only people that go into Leanie's chat are the ones that got wrenches that were there in the beginning and the channel never grew. Well, we're just going to laugh about it together. That's, I mean, I don't have any qualms about that. If I go quietly, I went back to sleep. If I go quiet, I went back to sleep. Well, if you fall back asleep, Beats, I hope you sleep well. And thank you just for coming and hanging out with me. But this history there too. See, Tasha, and you know what? That's what I mean about like giving the wrenches that I gave because you guys know these people over in this community. So, yeah, absolutely. Yes, those in the bushes are there for argument. Yep. Or just yeah, they're there. They're there. Yeah. It's one thing to have their nasty opinions, it's another to target a supporter of the channel just for the sake of it. That is correct. I agree with that completely. Who's getting their face? Well said, Leanie. Thank you. Lisa P. Did I miss? Oh, yeah, Lisa P. That's who was being. God, I was laughing so hard. You guys, oh, terrible. I'm a terrible person sometimes. Terrible. Oh, I understand. She thinks she's boss of everyone in chat. To her credit, she's apologized to Sticky, so it's water under the bridge for now. For now. Hi, smiles are beautiful and contagious. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Hey, if you haven't hit the smiles button, hit that smiley button. That'll make me smile, which is also the subscribe. Um, oh, never thought about that being why they asked that. Yeah, yeah, because I've asked a couple times because I'll be in there like, hey, everybody, hey, chat, hey, I always greet the panel and, you know, and you've got 20 mods and nobody's saying a damn thing because a lot of creators will only put your will only tag your comment on their screen if you're super chatting or you're a member. So if you're not lit up a green or whatever color, they don't acknowledge that you're there. But all that, so I tested it out, right? This one lady was in there, this one lady's channel, she needed to pay her light bill. Y'all, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the shit that I was hearing. She needed to pay her light bill, so she was up there talking, woe is me. And hey, if you got to pay your light bill and you've got people that love you and support you and all this other stuff, that's fine, dandy, But so what I did was I'd gone in this channel night after night because I actually dug what they were doing there with the true crime, right? So I was digging that. But every time I went in there, nobody acknowledged that I was there. So guess what I did? She put out every night that she had to pay her light bill and didn't have the money to do it, blah, blah, blah. So I sent a $5 super chat. Guess who was immediately loved by everybody? Thank you, Leanie. We love you so much. Do you? I've only been here a week and a half. And so that's was my whole reason. Now, do I regret the $5? No, do with it what you got to do. But that was just to prove a point. So before I left that community, I did start a little bit of shit. And I told him exactly what I just told you. I've been sitting in this community for a week and a half to 2 weeks. Nobody has said a damn word to me until I super chat. And I think that's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. Everybody should be treated the same. I mean, I'm grateful y'all just come here. I mean, I don't even own a Cash App. Maybe one day it'll get to that because I don't want to go back to work. Well, I can't go back to work right now, but um, right now I'm just trying to build friendships. But that's bullshit. That's bullshit not to, only the people who are putting their hard-earned money are worth those hellos, which is really fucking stupid because I feel like I could be a good friend, you know, and I really did like the content she was putting out, but when I realized what it was about, I was like, oh no, I'm going to go somewhere else. I want heart to touch. Hello, welcome. Y'all, please, 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 if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Yes, then hit those thumbs up, please. If I don't even think about the thumbs up that much, but the subscribing, I do. Yeah, try my best to say hi to everyone. It's just about making a welcome space. Warriors, another. That's a great greeter, even though she calls me Kiwi. Oh, oh, but that's her term of endearment for you, Tashi. Term of endearment. I can help you out, Ziggy. Huh? Who's Ziggy? Did I miss something? That's possible. Yes, I go into some one channel and they're like that too with the comments. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Now, once I get involved, like with panel, then I don't put comments on the screen as much because, like I said, I'm not really paying attention. But that's what I kind of wish a moderator could do that. Just acknowledge the comments too. That would be kind of cool. I can't afford Cash App nor Super Chat. Sorry. Don't you even worry about that. We don't even have that over here. Don't even worry about that. I ain't asking nobody for money. I'm asking for a subscriber. You're welcome here anyways. See, it says it's free. Free. It's got little hearts. Some of them don't bother to disguise it. They just whine because they think they are being slighted. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, God, the stories I could tell. The stories I could tell. At Leany, that Cash App for attention. Yeah. Listen, some of them make a lot of money. Some of them make a lot of money, but I'm not here for that. Just not. I'm not saying that one day it won't come to something like that. I don't know. I I really cannot go back to work right now, so I was like, I'm gonna go and chill out online with people. So if they don't ever get my back figured out, then I'm gonna have to do something. But like right now, I just really don't care. Having a good time. As long as she refrains from calling me a sheep shagger. Oh, I don't even know what a sheep shagger is, but that's really cool. I need a t-shirt that says that sheep shagger. I'm just messing, Melly Joe. Leanie, I was saying, oh, okay. I do know Ziggy. Oh, yes. That's why I thought you had me messed up with somebody, or I didn't know Ziggy was in here because I do know who you're talking about, Ziggy. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Sure do. But welcome over here. Welcome over here. We stay away from that crap over there. Um, Hi, Mary Jane Doe. How are you, love? It's good to see you. Thanks for coming over here. It's an Aussie versus Kiwi joke. I'm still going to get a t-shirt made. The sheep, what did we call it? Hold on, let me look back up here. What did it say? The sheep shagger? Sheep sheep. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, here it is. Sheep shagger. It kind of sounds like a B-52 song. Sheep shagger. You're welcome. You're welcome. Happy to have you. All I ask is that you subscribe. That's it. That's it. I'm easy. I'm so easy. Tashi, we should get matching t-shirts, the sheep shaggers. Sheep shaggers, baby. See, it kind of could sound like a B-52 thing. And y'all don't get excited that I sang to you either, because I know I got pipes. I know. How long have I been live? 55 minutes. I didn't want to go to the jungle. Too much jungling going on, Mary Jane. So I decided just to open up a live until Tina went live, and then I thought I'd pop over and see her for a little while. But yeah, just close to an hour. I actually had to, what do you call that? Upgrade my StreamYard. I didn't know you only had so many hours of live to do. Mm. So I upgraded it. Aussie calls Kiwi sheep shaggers because there's more sheep than humans in New Zealand. The joke is if you can't find a girlfriend, you can. Oh, yeah, that's what we say about people in Alabama. Hmm, just kidding. But really, I do know somebody. I do. But if we got T-shirts made in America, sheep shagger, nobody would know what the hell we're talking about and just think it's a cool thing. Like I want to be a sheep shagger too. And then before you know it, it'll go viral and everybody will be wearing, those T-shirts and not thinking about, um, doing a sheep, not having girlfriends. It'd be kind of funny. I giggle. Crazy mean girls running the YouTube streets. Are they? Hmm. I've heard that the lead mean girl has lost quite a bit of subs over there. I don't fuck with them. Um, yeah, yeah, Tashi. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Keeping it all in the family, sweetheart. Keeping it all in the family. Who names themselves mean girls, anyways? How old are we? When I told my husband that, because he don't get on this, but I do talk to him about some of it and all. When I told my husband that, he was like, "What are you guys doing? Like, aren't you all adults?" And I was like, "Well, some people apparently have forgotten they're adults. The mean girls, hmm, and you're proud of that." Yeah, kind of funny. It just an app that can be deleted anytime. Yeah, that's true. Wild Angel, how are you? It's good to see you too. Amanda, you sweetheart. Thank you for saying that. Welcome, welcome. If you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, please, please do. It's for free. It's for free. I'm happy I'm live too. I just didn't want to hang out in the jungle. I wanted to hang out with you guys, but I didn't want to hang out in the jungle. So I was like, I'll go live and see if there's anybody else that didn't want to go to the jungle. Um, and just wait for Tina. If she was going to run her live, then I would close this out and we can all head over there if you guys wanted to. I used to be a member in Dolly's. After the PJPCT mess, I canceled them. I kind of lost respect for Dolly after he let PJ take over his show. Hmm. I canceled mine too. Wow. So, okay. Can I ask a question about that to Barbara and Mary Jane and anybody else that said that or felt that way or canceled? Is it that you canceled because of that you felt disrespected that you were subscribed or whatever you were um I don't even know how to put it, like So Dolly was who you were there to see, right? And you thought he was funny, you thought he was interesting, and then all of a sudden he let somebody come in and change the channel, and you guys weren't willing to. Um, that's not what you signed up for, should I say? Or was it the drama that came because of the women? Which I'm just curious as to why you guys did that. Oh no. Seriously? What happened there? Is she okay? Is Tina okay? Here, I want to get down to what Mary Jane says real quick. Let me see. Yep, I was there for Dolly. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Let me see. I'm going to get back to the rest of y'all's comments, but I want to see what Mary Jane said here. I like Dolly on screen. I didn't sign up for a couples channel. Oh, okay. I get that. And let me see. Did Barbara say anything yet? Just speaking for myself. Way old. Okay. She wasn't reading the chat. Okay. All right, let me jump back up here. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that, Mary Jane. I'm just curious. Just curious. So, how do you feel about co-host? Like if somebody brought in a full-time co-host. Not that I'm looking for that at all. I don't want that. But I know a lot of people do bring in a co-host. How do you feel about that? All right, let me get caught back up here really quick, guys. Let's see. The jungle is kind of rough. It is, yeah, it is. She said she'll be going live. All right, well, let's watch for that, guys. Atlenia, I believe this is the third time I've been in here. It's the first time I've spoken. You grabbed my attention on Paper Cuts Live. I subscribed. Thought I'd like. That's so nice. Thank you so much. Well, I hope you keep coming back. I want Heart to Touch. I do. I hope you keep coming back. I hope you find something here um valuable, and I hope you come out of the bushes and chat with us more. That's what makes it fun. Tashi, good to see you, dear. Just speaking for myself, way old. All right. Okay. I don't even sub to him anymore. Don't watch either. Oh, smiles are beautiful and contagious. Well, it's sad that you had people that really cared enough about you to go to your chat, and then you can have a relationship, right? You can have a relationship, but you could still run your own channel. It doesn't have That's like people who do Facebook and then they end up putting their spouse and they run the same Facebook. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened to individuality? So, yeah, and then what happens if it doesn't last? What happens if Dolly and PJ don't last? And then he goes back to Dolly, it just being Dolly Vision. Like, can you earn that trust back of people who left? I agree. His channel changed after that. That's very, very sad. I like Dolly on screen. I didn't sign up for a couples channel. I really love that answer. And that's actually a great answer because it's not only truthful, but it's valid, right? I mean, who needs a couples channel? Jeez. Honestly, I stay away from them all for my mental health. It's toxic for me. Oh, Tashi, big hugs, honey. You know what? At least you know what does set you off and what does trigger you. A lot of people don't know it until they're already too deep into it. So good on you. She wasn't reading chat. Coffee there, according to Leanie in chat. Oh, cooey. I was reading that coffee because that's what I'm thinking. How do I say that? Cooey, cooey. I will be listening while snoozing. Big day at work. All right, love bug, sweet dreams. No, she wasn't, but wow. Oh, well, I just can't somebody just clip the parts for me because I don't want to go and rewind and do all that. Maybe Tina will give us a little bit of rundown of it. He was fun. Now it's no fun anymore. What made it fun? Just out of curiosity. Hi, Lee. I had to pop in and say hi. Great name of this live. You forgot the turtles, though. PG had a PVT phone call and recorded PCT. Oh, no. Oh, no. Say that didn't happen. Is that really what happened? He had a private phone call and recorded PCT? Oh, you guys, tell me that did not happen. Oh, man. Oh, come on. No, Mary Jane, I was talking about Dolly's What Made It Fun. Oh, man, my heart hurts for anybody that happens to. Cancel to punish his ass. I've done it with friends at school, especially if you have the subject to tackle. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, I got you, Mary Jane. That makes sense. Hey guys, I'm watching both you PCT on Tigers. Rose, is that true that Dolly played a private conversation? Oh my God. PJ recorded PCT private and then Dolly put it. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I cannot co-sign that. I don't care. I said this in one of my very first lives, you guys. I will never, you hear me? I will never have receipts on anybody, so don't ever ask me for them. I will always tell the truth, but having to prove the truth by saving receipts and bullshit like that, that will never happen here. Never. You either believe me or you don't believe me, and that's on you, not on me. Second, I will never co-sign. I don't care if it's someone I dislike. I will never co-sign private conversations being being put out anywhere unless, now hear me with this, unless there is some kind of abuse going on, um, or that person's in danger. But even for me, the first thing I would say is go to the police. You know what I'm saying? But just to play someone's who they think is having a private conversation, I mean, that is so low, so low. I'm just that's another level of low. Now, if you wanna call somebody and say, "Hey, I've got somebody," I've got because my sister and I do this, right? I listen to a lot of my conversations on, um, what do you call it? Where I listen to it out loud, and if I call somebody and I'm listening to it like that, I always tell them that they're on speakerphone. You know what I mean? Just to protect them and let them know, "Hey, don't say something that is not just for you and me." And that's for even my children. If another one of my children is here, I always protect. because they wouldn't be telling you something if it was meant for the world. PCT could do her own live about what she had to say if she wanted the world to know it. I'm not co-signing that at all. Mm-mm. I don't like it. Mm-mm. I'm trying to let me get through here. Let's see. I think everything private has been put out there already. Hi, Mellow Joe. I'm so tired, but listening and opening one eye now and then to read chat. Oh, Lulu, bless you. Bless you, honey. Team Rose, he said that that PJ recorded a private conversation with Tina and Dolly played it. Is that true? That's what Lionel came in here and said. T- Tina, good to see you. Let's see. PCT, Tina, and private, PVT, private, a private conversation. I used to love Dolly Live. I laugh a lot, but now it's boring. Oh, okay. But is it boring because of his co-host or because it's gone in a different direction? Did you see my response, Lena? I don't think I did. Um, let me go back and see if I can find it. I'm sorry. Trying to keep up with everything here. I used to be right here. I used to be a member in Dolly's. After the PJPCT mess, I canceled them. I kind of lost. Yes, I did see this one, and that's a shame. I thought PJ had her own channel. Am I wrong about that? All right, where am I? Now it's boring. Okay, after that. Hi, sidekick. How are you? Welcome, welcome. If y'all haven't subscribed, please, 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 please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Thank you. I got scolded on Ernie's chat. No, Trace. No. Why? What happened? Give me a hug. I'll give you a hug. Big hugs. He was just funny, not so serious now. Hmm. How old was that? Not sure what we're talking about there. Ernie was trying to help her realize with all the bad people out there not to get them info that can be used against her. That's really good advice. Yeah, that's good advice. Unless unless she doesn't have info that she feels can be used against her. I guess what I would worry about more is that everybody she's put out there that she's a single woman, basically living alone, and people know what city she's in and they know her name. That's the scary part to me. She's learning. She's already put everything out though. Okay. Rainy. I've never seen him play that conversation of Tina. Wow. When did he play the private conversation? Mary Jane asked. I didn't see that either. I got scolded for scolding Tina in chat because she had her innocent me face on panel, unlike last night. I was out of line, admittedly, but I'm exhausted too, involved like watching a soap opera. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I wasn't going to the jungle tonight, y'all. Just wasn't. Just wasn't. I ain't got room on my phone for all that BS. I feel you, girl. I haven't watched him for months, so I have no idea he is getting it mixed up with her leaked convo months ago. I haven't watched for months, so have no idea. Is he getting it mixed up? Okay, so Tashi wants to know, is it a convo from a while ago, or is it something that recently happened? Good question. Which conversation is he sharing? Is he sharing something that just recently happened, or is he sharing something that happened a while back? Melly Joe, I don't think that's ever happened. I think Lionel is probably talking about the old stuff. I haven't heard anything new. Well, Rose is watching, um, so maybe that's what it was. I don't know, but that, it's because I do care and kept asking her to answer last night in Rose's chat, but I realize now she could have kept it up. It was a lot. There was a lot going on in Rose's chat. There was a lot of people in there, a lot going on, and a lot of new people, right? Maybe not a lot, but a good handful of people that came from the other side. The only one the only conversation he has played is the conversation with Candace and PJ. Ah, okay, Rainey, that was something a little bit different than what I heard. Okay. Wait, what did Dolly Vision do? I'm so lost now, you guys. That's why people shouldn't just pop in and chat in and out of chat and just say stuff and start stuff. Lionel, ding, ding, ding. Don't pop in and out of chat and just say something. Let me know when it's happening, why it's happening, and then there won't be this much discord that's going on. You can tell she's not reading the chat most of the time, though. I had someone supposed to been friend send mine Tina's private conversation to PJ and started a bunch of crap, and they blamed it on me. It was so messed up. That's what people on YouTube do when you piss them off. Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. So did that happen tonight or when did that happen, Wild Angel? Hey, Tattooed. Good to see you, buddy. I don't think Dolly was involved in putting anything out. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, did Dolly play the private conversation or did PJ? Good. That was what I was just gonna ask too when Mary Jane said she didn't think that Dolly was involved in putting anything out. So was it PJ that did it? I didn't see any of that, so I have no idea. Now I'm curious. I'm curious too. No clue, Rose. I think Lionel should clarify maybe. Oh, Team Rose, no, he's never played anything like that. So why did Lionel come in here and say that? I think Lionel got it mixed up. Okay. Boring because some of the OGs that were fun left and were kicked off. Wow. Gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, I think Lionel got it mixed up. Okay. Okay. No, she has her own channel. Melly Joe, I thought she had her own channel. I thought I had seen that in passing. I don't think there would have been such a misunderstanding if Dolly just said, I have a girlfriend. Mm. Yes, PJ. Yes, PJ's were. I knew that there was a channel out there. I think I have sat in her channel before and couldn't dig it. No offense. I have nothing against Dolly Vision or PJ, just not my vibe. Wishing the best together. Absolutely. Everybody deserves happiness. There's another one answering your questions about why I left. I think I'm getting it. I think I'm understanding things. Yep. Yep. I have been in that channel. Wasn't my thing. Wasn't my thing. Rose, have you had your sleep? Yes, I slept and woke up just a bit ago. Missed a lot. I think we're all confused at this point. Does anybody want to come up on panel? I can drop the panel link. Is PCT live yet? Because I don't want to. I mean, eventually, I guess we're going to have lives that coincide, but um, I don't want to overstep that. So not right now. Anybody know if Tina is live yet? Let me know when Tina is live, please. We can close this down and go hang out with her. He didn't play it. PJ played it for a group of friends. It was a while back. Okay. Now this is making sense to me. Thank you for clearing that up, Barbara. With her back when she was panel. Tragedy. He made a video saying he was now taken. What more could he add? In my opinion, I have enough trust in Becca that anyone can visit her, man or woman. We know about that, Rebel. We heard all about that today. Loved your story. Loved it, loved it, loved it. If you guys missed Tattooed Rebel and Tattooed Angel's love story on my channel today, go and listen to it. It is very fascinating and very raw. Some of the stuff that Angel talked about was very deep, very raw, and I'm very proud of her. I heard PJ was expecting. Ann Horn said it on her panel. Then I heard twins. Then I heard that was a rumor. Rumor streets are quite busy tonight. Oh, Monday night. Okay. Got to have something to talk about all week. I got it. No, Tina, not live yet. Okay. Team Rose got a little sleep, thank God. I was so emotional today. It took its toll. Oh, what's wrong? Are you okay, Rose? PJ's friend put it on her channel. I can't remember her name right now. Wild Angel, I thought it was special. It really was special. I loved it too. PJ said she's expecting. Fact. Auntie M. Well, hi, Auntie M. I'm Leanie. Nice to meet you. Please hit that subscribe button and come back every day to see me. Sounds like a trap to me, Rose. LOL. Now AH and Horn. Okay, got it. Name is all spread about you get her content. Something to talk about every week. That's what I'm saying too. Penny, her name is Penny Pumpernickel. That's cute. Penny Pumpernickel is a cute name. I just have to say that. I do like it. And I had kids when I was young. I couldn't handle that at this age. Oh, girl, don't I know that? Tina mentioned today or on Ernie's panel why she just stated that out loud. She said straight up for the shock factor. Wow. I'm gonna have a talk with Tina about that. If you're gonna do shock factor, like do your shock factor. Okay? Do you. Do you. But I don't know. I don't want to say anything because she's not here. I'll talk to her about it later. Hello, Annie M. 100% it was BS. Who does that shit? I'm upset. They can stop. They can leave PCT alone. That's not true. Donna Clark said that. Hi, Donna Clark. How are you doing? How are you doing, love bug? Thanks for coming in here. Can you guys hit the subscribe button and the like button? Appreciate it so much. Somebody put my um, channel in the comments for me. Y'all, please hit the subscribe, please. Let's see what. Let me see if I can see what we're up to because I don't know. I go in increments of 10 though, and we have 212 subscribers. So we need 8 more to meet this goal. I asked her why she said it. Crickets. Ah, she didn't want to answer, huh? Trey says, I will have to watch back and see what she is referring to, though. I think it explains her plan. The plan. Hippie Grandma, why didn't I see you? I miss Rebel and Becca. We'll have to catch it on replay. Yeah. So good, Hippie Grandma. So good. How are you? I pray you're well. What did PCT say straight up? Okay, let's see. It's on Ernie's panel. It was about Dolly Vision, though. Okay. Hi, Donna. It's so good to see you. Yeah, but do it on your own channel, LOL. I don't know if she realizes how stressful it is being chats with such abuse. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I say do it on your own channel too, because really Rose was, I mean, and even me, when I asked her the question, was she doing the dancing that she was doing to get his attention? And then, I mean, she had to have known Rose's chat and Rose was going to just go crazy because we literally, Rose and I know, literally were excited to hear if she was flirting with what's his name? Stanley Harvey. Harvey, that's his name. We were really excited about that. We thought that's what we were going to get to talk about. And so we were all thrown for a loop when that happened. So if you're going to play that game, at least hit us on the back chat to tell us you guys play along or something. I don't know. Let me go look again. It wasn't NT. It was not about Dolly Vision. It was, I think I'm lost. Okay, I'll just stay lost over here at that. I didn't hear her say anything about TV. What did I miss? It's on Rosa's live, Donna, from last night. You go back and just at least go to the part where Tina comes up and listen to that whole chat with between her and Rose. It explains everything, a lot of stuff that's probably going on over at Dolly Vision right now, or was going on tonight. Oh, you're singing the Paula Abdul song, Mary Jane. Straight up, yeah, girl, that's my jam. I'll never till tonight heard anyone say those words. Thank you, Wild Angel, for posting that. I appreciate that. Y'all, please sub up. Please sub up. I think I have 8 more to get to. Shock factor. But you know what's funny is Rose even asked her that last night on her chat. She asked her when everybody was just floored. She said, "Are you saying this like for shock factor, or are you really being honest with us that you are in love with this dude, or are you trying to build your channel? Like what's happening?" And she's like, "That's my business," and that's all she kept saying. It was answering Ernie, so she did. So she told Ernie though. Okay, so okay. Donna, we're in Rose's live yesterday. Yeah. Well, thank you. I fell asleep last night. I think I might have slept through that one. Yeah, if you just go over there, if you don't want to watch, I think Rose was live for a long time yesterday. But if you just fast forward up to where Tina came on, and probably the first hour of it, you can get through it pretty quick. It's where all the drama started. We were having actually a really good time. Actually, I'm gonna drop the I'm gonna drop the link for anybody that wants to come up. Anybody wants to come up and chit chat. Barbara Smith says at Tashi, Ann Horn was gloating today, real proud to be giving out the information. Mm. Never mentioned Tina by name, but kept referring to her as the one out west, then making fun of her for being a crier. Are you kidding me? Why not just give the frickin' name? Hi, Wild Angel. How
Hi,
are
girl.
you?
How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you for coming up. If anybody else wants to come up, you're welcome to. What's going on?
Ah, I don't know. That was kind of weird. And Ernie's, I mean, I think I know what he was doing. He was trying to help Tina, you know, because people are
Was he
so rough out there.
Let me ask you, do you really think he was trying to help Tina or was he exploiting Tina?
It was
And
really weird. That's all I can
now
say. It
this
was,
is an honest question.
yeah.
I'm being honest with you. I'm not asking that to be facetious or attacking Ernie or attacking Tina in any way at all. But at this point, Rose specifically asked her, "Are you doing this for attention? Are you doing this for subs? Are you doing this for likes? What are you doing this for?" And she said, "That's my business." But yet she goes to Ernie's and she says it was for shock value. So what I want to know is why couldn't she just answer Rose? And when she brought it to Rose's, why not just answer it to
And I
Rose,
think I
who was
missed
trying to
that
get
part of
through it?
Rose's because I was on there for a while, but then
Yeah.
I missed some of that, obviously, because I don't know anything about all that. I think that he was trying to show her how easy people can get information out of you so that he could, help her protect herself, is what I got out of it.
Well, I think Tina knows
But I do too. She has known for a
because
long time. She knows.
she knows because she specifically
She
told
does.
she wouldn't answer there was a couple questions Rose asked her last night and she didn't answer it. She said, "That's my business," and it is her business. She don't have to answer us, so she knows. She knows.
Right.
So it makes me wonder. Really, did Ernie bring that up just to bring it up, or was he really trying to help her?
Well, they weren't talking about it at first. It was after a conversation with someone else on the panel that he did that. So I got the impression that he was trying to show her that some people can seem to be okay, but then they can be literally trying to dig information out of you without you even knowing it, so that they can
Mm.
put
Oh
some
no,
on put something on you,
yeah. Um,
because that's kind of when he got serious about it, was after she that other chick
well,
came down.
in one instance that is true because when Morbid came up on her channel, and this is all I'm going to say about that, I watched him work his magic on her, and she did not even know what he was doing, and I knew exactly only because
I
I've
know, but I
watched
think it's
more.
terribly rude that people do that just because they see somebody that's got an honest heart and will say whatever, because they don't think there's people. I mean, she knows there's people. We all know there's people out there that want to do us harm or would, you know, but it's hard to not be yourself. And Tina's herself, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely,
And
Rebel. Go
so,
ahead, honey. Go ahead. Yeah, and it, like I said, the only thing that scares me with Tina is that she and I would tell her there's nothing that I'm saying out here, y'all, that I would not say to, say to Tina at all because I love her and hey, do your thing, do your thing. The only thing that scares me with her is that people know, that she's a single lady and knows what town she lives in
yeah,
and knows the real name. That's
exactly.
scary to me.
It
That's
is
scary.
scary. It is,
So,
because we've seen so many things happen out there, even to people on YouTube. And yeah, I mean, it's
mhm.
just awful that people take things to that extreme.
Mhm. Yep. But I do. I love to there's nobody that well, there is 1 or 2 people that I've met that I don't really care for, and it's not because other people don't care for them, it's just that I've had firsthand experience with it so far that I've been here, and I'm just like, "I don't care for you too much." And they don't come over here in my chat anyway, so I don't have to worry about it. But,
Right.
I mean, I love Tina, I don't know Ernie that well, I would like to interview him someday.
Me neither.
I don't know I
I
don't
just
know
heard
him
of
that
them
well,
in the
so I
last.
can't.
Yeah.
She got a little mad
I've
at me for
only heard
pushing
her
her in the
mention him one other time a long, long, long time ago. And other than that, I really never heard of him much
Yeah,
until he's been singing on the panels with everybody and stuff recently.
yeah, I don't know him, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what to believe at all.
Anymore,
I
it's
don't know.
really hard to,
You
you
don't know who
know.
to trust. Yep.
Mm-mm. And when you're not meeting people in person and really getting to know them like you would a regular, like like a neighbor or a friend you've known for a long time, it's a whole different situation. It's like meeting somebody online, like, and all the things that
Mm,
happen with that.
mhm.
It's either good or it's bad.
Yep, that's right. Well, I don't have any need to, it's the same back in the AOL days, people used to
Right.
meet, there was a bunch of drama, there's, a bunch of good sex, stuff like that, but a bunch of crazy people. Even back in the AOL days, you didn't have to worry about as much that goes on now.
Right,
Now
exactly.
everything's on the internet, and in the AOL days, you could at least keep your private life private, and you could,
Hmm.
hide your phone number and hide your address. Now, shoot, everything's online,
Everything.
everything.
There isn't, no,
Um,
they don't miss it. They don't miss a spit.
no, they sure don't, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's not. It's definitely not. You know,
I'll
um,
oh, go ahead.
well, a lot of people when he kept repeating over and over about just don't say nothing, don't say don't tell people stuff, which you do want to be careful. But I was quoting a song what you when you say nothing at all, you know. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I was quoting that song. When we say nothing at all, we say it best when we say nothing at all, and it really does hold true in certain circumstances, or most of them anyway,
That's
where
true.
you can have people just completely going off the charts and losing their crap over nothing really. And do you engage and play along, or do you walk away, ignore it, and pretend like what the hell? Because what does it really matter at the end of the day? It's just, if grown adults can get to that level, we all have a big problem.
Yeah, I'm done. I mean,
you know
I can fight a fight, but I mean, I just feel like I have been fighting my whole life. I don't wanna do it, and I
right,
certainly don't wanna do it on the internet. Are you kidding me?
right,
Like, who's
exactly.
got
I
time
mean,
for
I
that?
remember. Yeah, I mean, the first time I ever came on YouTube, I mean, it was all good and fun, and I think that's what you're getting a lot of different opinions in chat is because, like, I can honestly say, like, me and Tina pretty much came into Dolly's at the same time. We used to just have so much fun, and yeah, the dynamic changes. I mean, it's kind of like when you have a girlfriend, right? And she's been single a long
Uh,
time, and you guys are great, and you have a lot of time together, and then she meets a guy and they're going to spend more time together, and you're going to see less and less of that person. Their behavior is going to change
mhm,
because they're now in a different situation. They have another relationship on top of whatever they were doing before, and I think
mhm,
that's what a lot of people started to notice. A lot of us did, that there was something changing, but behind the scenes nobody really knew there was this girlfriend for a long time. So you know what I mean. So there was this, like, it was
mm,
confusing because nobody really knew what was going on. And you know it makes sense later when you figure things out that that's why there would be changes in a program or a channel and a person. You know what I mean? I mean, it just happens like that. You
mm,
can't really not have that happen. When If you're a single
mhm,
person and then suddenly you're in a relationship, you're going to be spending more time with that person when you're alone, you're going to hang out on your channel. You're going to spend time with your subs a lot more. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
Right.
That makes a
So
lot of
I think
sense. Yeah.
that's right. That's kind of where um, I don't know. A lot of people have changed that I've met in the past year and a half on YouTube, and you just have to decide, who's there for you and lifts you up, and who's there that's going to tear you down and to be toxic. And that's you just steer away from it because we all have our own lives that the real shit's going on in, and we need to worry about that. That's the top priority, the family and
Hey,
ourselves.
Mermaid. Good to see you. Good to see you, Mermaid. Thanks for coming in. Um, I want to ask you a question since you said that. You know me. I'm always like getting into people. But you just said that a lot of you. So you've been on the tubes for a year and a half. You say
Yeah.
so, and you say a lot of people change. What changes them?
YouTube, the behaviors, little cliques that people get into. There's a lot of little cliques in
Mm,
YouTube, little friend groups, different people that, kind of charter together with each other, which is cool. I mean, in life, people do that. You have different people, that are groups of friends because there's something they like about each other and you know, and so that changes. But when it gets down to the point where people can literally talk other people into not liking somebody that and
mm,
you let somebody like push you into something and that's not how you feel, but you just go along with it because it seems okay. That's not, that's when it just gets ridiculous after a while. But then you also get to see who people really are,
mm,
and then you know what not to do and where not to be. you know
mm. So you think that people don't necessarily stand up for what they believe in as, or maybe stand up that they really do like a certain person because they may lose friends?
Right. I think it's a lot of, and there's a lot of
Mm,
influence going on in YouTube. What I've
mm,
seen personally, and I know other people agree with that. That just there's just you know, and if you're the kind of person on a typical day, and say you met in real life, met some people in your neighborhood or some friends, whatever, right?
mhm,
How would you handle that if you had any issues with them? Most people just walk away and don't talk to someone if they have, if you can't get along, you don't have anything good to
mhm,
say.
mhm,
Why bother? Just leave it alone. I don't know why it's so hard, but it just really is out there. I don't know, like what people are trying to get out of the negativity because there's too much of it already.
mm. So
You know what I mean?
what is the draw to YouTube? Why is YouTube so popular?
I think because there's a lot of people out there that don't have the ability or don't go out and friend people or aren't real sociable. This way, I think people feel more protected because they can go on and either be in a chat, but they're not like literally like face to face dealing with a person. So it's just a whole different situation socially.
So you think it's easier to have online relationships? Is that why YouTube is so popular?
I think a lot of people do think that. I mean, for me, I'd rather have contact with people and have a friend I could go out to lunch with. You know,
Uh-huh.
I would that would be nice. But there'll be people that you meet that you talk to on a regular basis because you know what I mean. I'm just saying that
Uh-huh.
there's not a whole lot of friendships like that out there. And if you meet good people, it's, everybody just needs to learn how to be kind and let things go and not take things the wrong way, because people run with things. I mean, that just happens in life, period, even whether you're on YouTube or not. It happens in the newspaper, it happens everywhere, the government, everything,
Yeah.
like the rumor that has been thrown through the chat, whatever it
Mm.
is, it is whatever. We don't know, and
That's
it's none of our
very
business.
well, that's true. Some people make it our business though.
Right,
It's
right.
very interesting. Yeah, 'cause like I said, until year and a half, 2 years ago, well, July will be 2 years since I moved into this house, so I know for sure that long, and I think probably a month prior to that. is when I found you. I didn't even know YouTube. I
Me
didn't know.
neither. I
All
thought
I
it was
knew about
music.
all that's what I thought. That's exactly what
That's how
I
naive
thought.
I was. I'm like, it's just music.
Yes.
Excuse
And
me.
then
And
when
then
I got stuck at home, I was like, somebody showed my son was like, "Mom, I need you to watch this or something." And I was like, "How did you do that?" He's like, "Oh, you can find anything on YouTube you want to." I was like, "No effing way." And then I ended up finding stuff and oh God, did I ever go down the rabbit trail? But I'm gonna tell you what. So another thing I found out was what is that called? Oh, it was just in my mouth and it went away. Ah, hold on, give me just a second. Um what is the other I mean, there's all these different platforms, but there's another platform people go to and Discord. Okay.
Discord.
Discord. I don't know anything about Discord, but this is what I thought it was up until 2 years ago, right? I would hear my son and his dad talk about, "Well, look that up on Discord," because my son was in football. So I thought all those years that Discord was about football, right?
Right.
So
I could see
then
that. Yeah.
so then when I got to YouTube and everybody was like, um, about their Discord this and their Discord that, and in my Discord, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I told my husband and my son, I was like, "You guys, like everybody on YouTube talks about football." And they were like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah, everybody on YouTube talks about football. They're all in the Discord." And my son started laughing so hard at me, and he's like, "Mom, what do you think Discord is?" I was like, "It's football. You and your dad talk about it." And he's like, "No, Mom." He said, "Anything. You can find anything." What the Discord was just our football Discord. You can find anything just like YouTube, just like whatever. It's the internet. And I felt like a freaking idiot. I thought everybody on YouTube liked football. I've learned so much. I'm telling y'all, when I tell you I lived in this little bubble and I lived in my white picket fence, I'm not lying to y'all. It's been hell tearing down my fence because I've had to see the ugly. And I don't want to see the ugly.
Right.
Thank you. Did try, but on the small screen. Oh. Yeah, so this has all been very, very eye-opening to me.
I
Says Wild
always
Angel
say
was
that.
going to sing last night on Tina's live. Do I?
What was that?
Mary Jane saying we were having fun on Tina's listening to everybody sing. Wild Angel was going to sing last night on Tina's, but Tina didn't go live. Tina was live last night, wasn't she? Oh no 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 no! Rose
She
kept
took
it up.
one
You're
night
right.
off. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
night
They
before she
switched
was
off.
up.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
she barely got any sleep in between that because she fell asleep
I
like at
know.
1 o'clock and then she was on Rosa's panel yesterday early
I
evening and so she
know.
didn't get
On
much
that one
sleep.
night, she was gonna stop her live at like 5 hours, but then singing ensued, and then it was over. Her and Maggie was rolling.
I did pop in just for a little bit, so, I heard it. Maggie's got
Oh,
the
it was too
sweetest little
much.
voice, doesn't she?
She does.
Discord,
She's a
nothing but a
hoot.
place to fight on YouTube. Yep, that is true, sidekick. I have found that out. I've never been on Discord. I never will be on Discord. Who was trying to come
Right.
up? I saw somebody in here. Who was trying to come up? Um,
As far as I knew, Tina said she was gonna go live to Ernie when she got off of his thing, so I wasn't sure. I'm not sure what's going on. I hope she's okay.
I can
I
look
mean,
really quick and see
she
if she's
didn't
still
seem
there.
upset, but
Tina does really well with stuff that I mean,
well, she had to. I mean, when we were on Jimmy's, that was a big channel, and we we were up there every night like clockwork
you
for
had to
over
have
8 months.
thick
Yeah,
skin, huh?
but back then in the early days, there wasn't a bunch of drama and stuff going on all the time. Like it eventually got that way, but in the beginning, it wasn't like that at all. We all just went up, had a good time, kicked it with him, and everything was kosher. You know what I mean? It was weird. It
Mm,
just like slowly started crumbling. Little by little, and that.
that's sad. Yeah, I only went in there like twice. I couldn't do it. No, Donna Clark, glad you asked. Haha, I'm all ears. Haha. Is it a chat? Let me see. Um, hold on, just a minute. Let me catch up. Let's see. Tina missed her doctor appointment. She told us a billion times better. Oh no!
Yeah, she
She missed
did.
her
She
doctor
overslept.
appointment
She overslept. I
today.
hate that when that happens because it always takes months to get back in, usually.
Oh no. Auntie M, did you want to come up here? It's really easy.
Sorry.
You just follow the prompts.
The first time I ever tried to go on a panel, I'll never forget. My daughter had to help me because I had no idea what I was doing, right? So she got me in. So I
Uh-huh.
learned it. But in the beginning, it was Tina would just call in to Dolly's. And I remember hearing her voice, and she was always really funny. And I never was much for the phone calls. Once I figured out the panel thing, that just became easier. And I don't know. I mean, we just
Yeah,
like there was like a certain group of people that were kind of used to each other and could shoot the shit well, and the flow was good, and that was just kind of how it all started.
right.
And me and Tina were just newbies. Like we had no clue what we were doing. We were just trying to have fun, kind of separate yourself from your own chaotic life and just have a little fun with some adults, late at
Mhm.
night, it's quiet, everybody's asleep, you just kind of have your own time. And I think that's what a lot of people enjoy it for entertainment.
Well,
It's
but
supposed to be for
you know,
entertainment, not for just pure chaos and let's see who we can
well, people
get. You know,
um people like the chaos though.
I don't understand it.
Some
I'm not one of those people. I don't like it. And I mean, you can be as kind as you want to be. You can say stuff in the most subtle way, and it can be taken and ran with beyond any belief.
yeah,
I just,
yeah,
you
but
know,
you know what? There's really a lot of money to be made over in those drama channels. There's because that's
it
where I
says a lot
ended up,
about
right?
it says a lot about everybody these days that if that is with everything that we have to be concerned about right now, that people put
Mhm.
that much time, energy, and money into that kind of stuff is sad, I
Yeah.
think, because
But
it needs to be placed other places.
well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I
Hello,
mean, if we
Rose
were all
Petal.
doing good and everybody wanted to be kind and helpful to to each other instead of out to get somebody, I bet we could do a lot more good out there to helping people find their missing family members, bringing, doing the positive stuff that everybody used to talk about a year and a half ago, that I used to hear a lot of channels talk about, and they were gung ho, and just kind of like puttered out, to a certain degree.
Yeah,
Is what
I
I
get
saw.
that. Well, it's alive and well over there because I'm gonna tell you, that's where I ended up. I ended up in the Krama community when I first got on, and I was like, "What the hell's going on? Who's talking true crime here?" So I guess that
Right.
community, the whole Krama community, from what I can see, all started on Facebook, and then it went to Discord, and then from
Yeah,
Discord it came to YouTube, and then
that makes
still
sense.
they're doing YouTube and Discord, and it turned into one big bashing show of everybody hating everybody, and they real listen. Most of those channels over there that I have seen and sat in and just watched from the bushes, if they did not have someone to talk about, they would have no channel.
Nothing, no content.
They would
Amen.
yes, they have
100%.
n yes, they have nothing to talk about. So when this
Exactly.
person's calling that person a liar, and then that person turn around and calls that person a liar, and there's a receipt shown, and there's a this shown, I'm like, "What the hell?"
Right.
Like, knock it off. But then I realized they're not gonna knock it off because, that's not what brings in the views and the likes and the
Right.
money, you
I was
know?
gonna get on there and sing that song. Let's give them something to talk
Talk
about.
about
Little
for real.
something to figure out. That's a good one.
It is a good one. Have you ever seen the movie?
Huh?
Have you ever seen that movie? Give them
Yes,
something
I
to talk
have.
about. It's yeah, that was a film during the time. It's filmed right in in at Savannah, Georgia, and we were there during the time of that filming. Man, I wanted to meet Julia so bad, and you can't get near stuff like that. But yeah, that home that they filled the ranch at, it's still there, and it actually looks exactly the same, and downtown looks just like that too. So there were some good movies that were filmed in Savannah, that's for sure.
Definitely.
They're all addicted to the attention. Yes, Tashi, for
But
sure.
why? Only the only attention we should ever crave in life is positive, good attention. Meaning that if you've done something kind or good or something that you should be rewarded for or looked up to for, then those are things that you would want that kind of attention for. But when you think that's what I think of when I think of attention. Like you did a good job or you saved somebody from a burning car. You know what I mean? Like those
Mm,
moments that are really like life-changing moments. Those are what you want attention for. You're not famous when you're on YouTube. I don't know what people have got in their heads. They think, we're on, it does maybe feel that way to them, or if you're somebody who,
mm,
hasn't had much going on in your, you know what I mean? And suddenly you get all this attention or however it is that, because I don't know how people are feeling, but I'm just trying to imagine how it gets to that point, you know,
mhm,
it's the
mhm.
attention isn't a good thing. If it's negative, you
Well, you
know,
know what? Negative attention is attention, unfortunately.
it is.
It is, and some people only will get attention from negative attention. We've seen that in children, you know. Some kids,
Right.
act out because they're not getting the attention that they need. That's the only way their parents are giving them attention, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Um, so I'm gonna play a song really quick, you guys. I hope you stick around for it. You could just go ahead and sit right here, but I can't. I smoke outside, you guys, and I mean I can chit chat while I'm smoking too, but I think you guys end up not hearing me as well. Leanie, I have high hopes that your channel is the newest drama-free channel. Miss Donna Clark, I am all about that. That's why I opened this tonight because I was not going to the jungle rooms. I just don't want to
Right.
hear it. It is like high school. It's just I never made it to high school, y'all.
Yeah,
But
when I was in
my
school, I never experienced the kinds of things I've seen on YouTube. I honestly can say that 100%. And so of many people I've spoke to.
it's so sad. It's really
Yeah.
sad. No,
I tried to
I
keep
will
the
not
peace in
be
school.
having the drama channel over here. We're going to just talk a little bit about everything. Now, if somebody comes in, like Lionel came in tonight and said what he said about that somebody had done something to shown a private conversation over there, like of course I'm going to react to that because I don't care who you are. I'm just not I'm not down for that. Like you just don't treat people any way you want to treat them. But yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I promise you. She's going to get wheat thins.
And
Oh,
that's
I
all
don't
a person has
like
to do
wheat
is make the
thins.
choice to not do it. And then it's not done.
Yeah, I don't do it. Now, I'm going to check on people. We'll have discussions, about different things. I don't mind people coming in and having discussions and stuff like that, but we're not going to sit here and become the bashing channel and then,
Right. I like
you
the way
know,
Rose put it the other day when she said, I'm not here to fight your guys' battles. If you get into it in chat, that's on you. That's what you bring to it. But I'm not part of that. Like she made a really good point. I really liked that. She
that
said that the other day.
that is correct. That's
You
correct.
know,
Nobody's got
we're all
time to
grown ups
babysit.
here.
Yep, that is the truth. But I need to smoke. I am going to my high school wasn't like that. I didn't go to high school. I got out in the 8th grade. You was a bush GL leaning. I don't know what that means, but it sounds sexual. I was a bush girl. I was a good girl, you guys. I walked the line.
I always tried to be a good person in school and treat people nice and not, I just tried not to do that. I was there for a purpose. It wasn't to see who I could argue with.
Mm, I didn't like school at all. Did not like
I
it
didn't
at
care for
all.
it either. The only thing, the only plus was your friends. That was the only good thing about it.
Yep, that's true. But I didn't have a whole lot. Well, I mean, how I see. I just don't like. I love hearing your guys' stories, and I'll call you up here and ask you all kind of questions and get in your business and all that because it's what I do best. But I just don't like talk. I think my life is just too drawn out and too bleh, so I don't like talking
Right.
about it. Um,
Exactly.
all right. Is anybody else wanting to come up? Right now, I'm going to play this song so I can go. Listen, I am a professional smoker, just so you guys know. I hit it twice in one, meaning in one hit, I'm hitting it twice. I'm a professional fast smoker, so you can time me. Time me. I can smoke a whole cigarette. Serious. It's nothing to be proud of, but I can smoke a whole cigarette and get from top to bottom and feel just fine in a minute and a half. I mean, seriously. So I will be right back. Don't nobody go nowhere. I see it. We're at 45 people in here. Don't none of y'all leave, or I'm coming to find your asses and dragging you right on back here. Hang in there. All right, how fast was it? 46. We even gained one. What up? What up? You guys do what you're
I
told.
had I had over a little over a minute, but somebody said less than a minute.
Right. I told you I'm fast.
It
I'm
was
fast.
super fast.
I even got, I'm telling you, I'm a professional smoker, y'all. I'm a professional smoker. Like I got, that's what happens when I waitress for 5 years. I'm sorry, I waitress for 15 years. I put my kids through private school, and I waitressed for 15 years. I didn't get we didn't get lunch breaks when we were waitressing back then, making our 2.13 an hour and hustling people for money. Um, and and you learn to smoke real fast,
Oh
real
yeah.
fast. So I'm a professional smoker. Y'all, I quit smoking for 7 years.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
quit.
This is the first time in my life I've been smoking now again for, let's see, probably a good at least 10 years again. But prior to that, I quit smoking for 7 years. And
Mhm.
I had no intentions of it. I'd always been able to quit when I wanted to quit, just cold turkey, like I'm done with this crap.
Me too. Me too.
And now I'm just like, um, I I smoke, y'all. I smoke.
I'm so
I
stressed all the time. I think that's my thing. It's like when I feel it, when I'm not, I feel like I don't smoke as much. I've noticed. I've been trying to like kind of like pay attention to like what, what's when I'm doing it more. You know what I mean? Like trying to catch myself.
Well, the good news is I don't smoke in the house, so
I
it's
know.
really, so
I
that
need to go
helps a
back
lot
to that.
because yeah,
I'm
because
always
you
sitting in
can't
the
sit
kitchen
around.
window.
Yeah, if I was like a smoker in the house, like I'd be sitting here just puffing them away, right? Something to do.
It
But
does make a
since I
difference.
smoke outside, that helps. But because I smoke outside, like I'm a hit it and quit it kind of girl, just like get it done, get you enough to keep you going for a little while. But I quit for 7 years, and then something happened in my life, and I started smoking again, and I wanna quit. I think I wanna quit, but I'm not sure if I think I wanna quit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I don't I guess I wanna quit because I know it's bad for me, but I don't wanna quit for any other reason. But I'm one of those I'm a conscientious smoker. Like, if you're in my vehicle, I don't even drive my husband's vehicle. If I do, I will not smoke in his vehicle at all. But get this, he
Right.
smokes. I mean, my husband doesn't smoke. He's never touched a cigarette a day in his life. And he drives my vehicle because it's better on gas. And even when he's in my vehicle, I won't smoke in my vehicle. If you're a smoker and you're in my vehicle, I'm not smoking. I don't know why. I just can't do it. And then, even if I'm in my own backyard and I've got company over, I will walk completely to the other side of the yard and smoke. Now, if you follow me over there, then that's on you. I've at least been courteous enough to walk away. You know what
I
I mean?
agree.
So I'm a
Yeah.
quick, conscientious smoker. That's just who I am. And I know I played my elevator music sidekick because I hadn't figured out the rest of the stuff. I got jam. I got jam, girl. I can jam. I'm gonna get some jam, but depending on your age, you may not like my jam because you know, I like that 70s and 80s music. Listen,
I
the
still do.
high
I love all of it.
yeah, I mean, the higher the hair, the closer to Jesus. You hear me? So I'm digging my 70s and 80s music still. So I know that's elevator music, but it's soothing. It's soothing.
Maybe that's what everybody ought to do instead of arguing and bickering on YouTube. They ought to just have sing-offs.
Have a sing off and smoke cigarettes for real. Um, I want to ask Mary Jane Doe this: do you need to quit smoking because you want to quit? Do you really want to quit, or like for health reasons or whatever? I'm curious about that. When people tell me, "Oh, I wish I could quit," I wonder what it's for, really.
That would be mine, just because I know it's bad.
Oh, see, Mary Jane, she's a good cigarette smoker too. She thinks it's rude to make somebody else breathe in your cigarette smoke.
I
Yep,
agree.
I agree too. I agree with that. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I'll like
I'm
pull
not,
my car over if I need a cigarette that bad, but I won't smoke in my car
oh, I smoke. If
ever.
I'm by myself, I'm going to smoke in my car. I paid for it. I'm going to smoke in it. And if you complain when you get in my car, then I'm like, get your own fucking right or drive your own car. So my husband never says anything. But what's cute is like, I don't go many places. So when I do take my car, I always notice a different freshener smell in it. I quit smoking twice while I was pregnant with no problem, but now it's so hard. I think it's harder the older you get. That's what
I
I'm chalking
honestly
it up
believe that
to.
too. I do. I've been trying to
155.
convince some of my close friends. I'm like, why don't we do it together? Let's do it as a team, you know? And I haven't gotten any clicks yet on that.
Uh, you guys listen so well. I'm so proud of you. Nobody moved. Everybody sat still. Let Leanie smoke. That is good. This is good stuff over here, y'all. Aren't you glad you guys didn't go to the jungle tonight? Aren't y'all glad of that? Hold on, I gotta. Oh my God. My other problem. I've got three problems. Are y'all ready to listen to my problems? I'm gonna put them out here for you. So we've already talked about my cigarette problem. Now we're gonna talk about my Diet Coke problem. I have a bad Diet Coke problem. Um, I wish I could turn on this camera just so you guys could see it real quick, but I'm literally drinking Diet Coke out of a 2-liter bottle. I have problems. And it's not like anybody in my house drinks Diet Coke. So it's not like I'm doing it so nobody will drink after my Diet Coke, right?
Right.
Um, I just drink out of the bottle because I'm like, that's just why waste a cup? I'm the only one drinking out of this. So I'm literally sitting here.
Right.
I'll go to weddings. Believe me, if you invite me to your wedding, I'm bringing my 2-liter Diet Coke with me. I am. And I'm going to drink it. I'm going to sit in the back at your reception and watch, people watch and take in everything. And I'm going to drink my damn Diet Coke.
I
Okay.
have the
That's
perfect
what I
thing for
do.
you.
What's that?
It's an actual koozie for a 2 liter.
Are you
I'm
kidding
not
me?
playing, girl.
I didn't,
I had one.
I didn't know they made those.
They do.
So
And that's what
my family makes fun of me about it because I'm always walking around with this Diet Coke humongous ass bottle, and that's what I do. And I'm also I go back and forth. I'll go on coffee and then I can't get enough coffee. Like constantly I'm drinking coffee, and then I switch back to Diet Coke. So right now my thing is like 3 cups of coffee a day, and then I just have my Diet Coke, and then before I go to bed, when I first go to bed, and when I very first thing when I wake up, I have to like drink a whole glass of water just because I feel dehydrated. I think the Diet Coke dehydrates me.
yeah.
Now, now that we have got those two things down, here is the third thing that I need help with. I am addicted to BC powders. If you do not know what a BC powder is, it's it's the same thing as a goody powder. All it is grinded up aspirin. I seriously now have a very addictive personality, and that's why I have never done an illegal drug a day in my life because I know myself and I know how bad it can get. But I literally watch um, the timer, the clock, and every 4 hours I will take one of those BC powders. Yes, ma'am. Every 4 hours I take aspirin. Every 4 hours. And when I went to go and have my hysterectomy done, aspirin is a blood thinner. So I had to have the hysterectomy done pretty quickly because, you know, I was anemic and shit was happening. And so I told my doctor, I was like, "Look here, we got some big problems." And he's like, "I know, you got to have the surgery." I was like, "No, like we got bigger problems than that." And he's like, "What?" And I pulled out, and I'm talking, I buy the family pack, y'all, of the BC powders. And I pulled the BC powders out of my purse and I put it on the counter. And he's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "It's aspirin." He's like, "What's the problem?" And I was like, "Well, I take those every 4 hours." And he said, "For what?" And I was like, "Because I crave them." And he read the back of them and he's like, "Oh my God, do you know how much aspirin you're consuming in a day?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I can't get over, I can't stop. I just can't stop." And so he's like, "Well, you've got to have the surgery. don't take any more of these um, for at least 2 weeks, but we couldn't go past like 2 weeks before I had to have the surgery because, you know, I just wouldn't stop bleeding, which the powders weren't helping. And and I made a promise to him. Now, when I left the doctor's office that day, as soon as I left it, I ran out to my truck and I poured one of those down my throat, and I was so happy to have it. I mean, I craved them worse than I craved cigarettes. That's my mouth is watering thinking about BC powder right now, honest to God. And so I took one and I kept my promise to him that I would not take any more aspirins until after my surgery. And the whole fear of bleeding out was what kept me from really taking them. And after surgery, I still had to have 2 bags of blood because, um, of all the, uh, aspirin that I take. My blood's just so thin, I lost so much blood. So I had to have 2
Mhm.
bags of blood. So there's my 3 things, there's my vices, there's my problems, all in a nutshell. I'm a big mess. Big, big mess. So if anybody's got any help for that, you're welcome to tell me. Probably won't help because I'm gonna keep this big 2-liter Diet Coke going. I'm gonna keep throwing them powders down my throat, and I'm gonna keep sucking on that cigarette for a minute and a half for real. For real. What's yours? What's yours, Wild Angel?
All the cigarettes, and then I would say trying to get, because I work from home, so when you're at home a lot, I want to get back to going out and doing more like I used to, and not being here as much. I've
Ah.
had a lot of injuries in the last couple of years, so it hasn't helped with my knee. I broke one,
Mhm.
and then I injured the other one not even a year later. So I'm
Oh,
kind of
wow.
getting anxious. So I'm trying to get myself motivated so I can get out and start traveling again a little bit, because
It's
that's
hard
what
though,
makes me
right?
happy. It is with my dogs, especially. The kids are all grown, but now I have the dogs, and it's like another set of
Mhm.
kids.
Oh, don't I? Oh God. If I could show you my living room right now and what I go through, I mean, my dogs make a bigger mess than my kids ever made. That's the
Yeah, I
truth.
agree with that.
Th- And
And
these,
my
I mean,
my
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
One of my sons is staying with us for a little bit. He's saving up for a place. He wants to buy something. He was tired of renting, and so we have his dog here too. So instead of three, we have four, and so it's been interesting.
Oh, wow.
And
You
no
know, my
matter how
dogs
old
don't
they get.
know, but I always tell my babies, if you listen, I raised my kids to be independent people. I raised my kids to be successful people. And um and prayed for the best, right? That's all I could
Right,
do. I didn't want them to they all finished school. They all did great. And but I always told them if you need to come home, you can come home. And I'll give you a leg up, but there's going to be a time limit on that leg up.
right,
And the other thing I always told my kids was, "Do not bring me any grandbabies home that you want me to, take care of for you because I'm not the grandma that does that." Now, kids today honestly believe that you're a bad grandmother if you're not watching their kids. Um, I'm not talking about when they're going to work and stuff like that. That's a whole different thing, but young people today actually think that a grandparent should be involved in the raising of the children and the parents should be able to have date night. What the fuck is a date night? Can somebody tell me? What does that
I
mean?
was gonna say, when my kids were little, there was no date, nothing, except for
There's
doctor's
no
appointments in school.
now Dr. Phil's out there going, uh all you married couples, you need to have date nights and take care of your marriage and shit like that. And I'm thinking to myself, put your kids to bed at nighttime. They got school the next morning and get you a cool 2 hours in of either watching a movie or playing whatever it is that you people play, merry-go-round in the living room. I don't know. But there is your date night right there. Because when my
Yeah,
kids
you
came
pretty
to
much have it at home, because by that time everybody, you like, your weekends is family time because the kids aren't in school, and but yeah,
yeah,
there really isn't time for
exactly.
that.
Yeah, but that's what they're teaching kids to that's what they're teaching I call everybody kids, but that's what they're teaching young people today, that grandparents should be involved. Now, if they wanna be involved in it, knock yourselves out, go ahead, but I'm just not that grandma, you guys. I'm not that grandma, like, I raised my kids, I love my grandchildren call me, we FaceTime, um, everybody lives about an hour from me in different directions, and we FaceTime. I had one grandbaby this weekend. I had one grandbaby 2 days earlier in the week, and stuff like that. But my kids know. They know that, like, you do not I will not raise your children. Nobody raised my kids. Nobody raised I had 3 kids by the time I was 18 years old, living in Germany. There was nobody. It was me and my freaking husband at the time, who worked all the time because he's in the military, and I raised my babies. Raise your own babies. Now, if you need help, I'm gonna help you, and I thank God every day that my kids, um, they handled their shit because I don't know, and I've got one more to get through it, and he's 20 years old, and he's in college. I was so proud of him. He called me tonight, which I haven't heard from him in, like, a week, and, he asked me to pray for him because he's got some stuff going on that he's nervous about, but he also, uh, got a call today about, he interviewed for a what do you call that when you're in college and you take a job and you get
Internship.
internship. He applied for an internship that he was really interested in, and he got offered the job today. So his internship came through, but there's another internship that he was interested in too. And if he, so he just told me, it's a great thing. The greatest thing that I count as being a parent is that my kids will call and say, "Mom, pray. Can you pray?" Because I remember doing that with my mom. My mom, if I knew my mama was praying, somebody was touching God for me. And there's just something about a mom's prayer, and I thank God that my kids will I mean, I may not hear from them for 3, 4, 5 days or whatever, but, when they call to say, "Mom, can you pray?" I mean, that's the biggest deal for me. And so he asked me
Yeah,
if I would
for
pray
sure.
because he applied for another internship that he would like just as much. And so, he said if I don't hear from because he already had an interview with him, they were putting him off to the next interview process. And he said, if I don't hear from them by Thursday, then I'll know it's God's will for me to take this first job that I was offered. And
Right.
so I'm really proud of that kid. He's actually out of all 5 of my kids, my youngest is the only one that's decided to go to college. So,
Right.
but I'm to be the young mother that I was, you know, I just thank God every day that my kids turned out to be such and I'm not just saying them because if I had a piece of shit kid, I would tell you, "You got a piece of shit kid, y'all." I would tell you. I really would. Um, but I don't, and I thank God for it. And it's not only just me. I mean, I've had some uh their their dad has been a, a great person too in their life. So
And that's
anyways, I don't
good.
know where I went with that. I don't know where I went with that, but I'm gonna drop the link in case anybody else wants to come up here and chit chat with me in Wild Angel. I don't wanna um I haven't even been reading chat. I'm a terrible host. I try so hard, you guys.
It's a juggling
Anybody else
situation.
wants it is. If anybody else wants to come up here and tell me if you're raising your grandchildren. Are you raising your grandkids? Do you mind raising your grandkids while your kids go have a date night? A date night. You guys. You're
Actually,
you're
Tina's
you're
calling me. So
oh, Tina's calling you?
yeah, I'll drop down real quick and come back and I'll tell her to come in,
Yeah.
okay? Okay.
Tell her to come over here or go live and we'll talk to her. Anybody else want to come up here? Tina was calling Wild Angel, so she dropped down. If not, I'll just sit here and read these and we'll go over that. So, what do you guys think about your kids going to date night? The hell does that mean? Dr. Phil's putting that out, you guys. There's a lot of counselors out there today that are like, you guys need date night. Just take your children to the grandparents and they can raise. Listen. There's nothing wrong with having your grandbabies over on the weekends sometimes. There's nothing wrong with raising your grandchildren if something's going wrong in your child's life and your grandchild is safer with you. There's nothing wrong with that. Please don't get me wrong when I say that. But what I'm saying is there are way too many in this younger generation that um, are not raising their children. They're not. They're not. It's insane, and I don't dig it. So let me go back and read some of these really quickly. I guess we'll start here. Those BC powders are good for having hangovers back in the day. Yeah, Mary Jane. I don't know how I got hooked, but I got so. I have such an addictive personality. Like it's insanely crazy. So I have to be so careful. Well, I was careful. Now I don't have to be so much, but I can't get rid of them. I tell my doctor. I did tell my doctor. She said it's probably low sugar. Feels makes you dip in peanut butter. She has my back. Did I read that wrong? I did tell my doctor. She said it's probably low blood sugar. Makes makes you dip peanut butter. Jungle. Yeah, y'all stay away from the jungle. I'm gonna tell you what, it's scary. I'm not diabetic either, she said. You could still have low blood sugar whenever you're not diabetic. That's true. Strawberry melon brisk tea is good. Hmm. For a long time there, I was addicted to water bottles with those little Nestle tea packets that you pour into it. You shake it up. And I was addicted to the lemon flavored one. I don't know how I got off that addiction, but I went somewhere else. I think from there I went to coffee again. I only drink water and green tea. Wow. Freaking dog, so needy. My dog is. No one helped me with my 4 children. Think we just lived in a different time, Maria. I'll gladly be a doting Nan. We are tired. Yep. I was tired, you guys. Tired. Date night didn't exist when I was younger. Nope, it show didn't. It show did not. Put your children to bed. People don't even know secondhand smoke was dangerous when I was little. Hot boxed grandma hot boxed us in the car while she chain smoked. Yes. Yes. It's amazing that some of us survived our childhood. Yeah, in the 80s, every adult smoked around me. It's true. It's true. Now it's so taboo. Then I raised my granddaughter from 3 to 26. Now I love hanging out with my granddaughter. Good on you. Good on you. Like I said, if you're the grandma that needs that in your life and you're not expected to do it, but it's something you want to do, then you should do it. You should. But the problem is that grandparents, I feel like, are being expected to do it and therefore don't want to do it. I love hanging out with mine. I love it. But what I'm learning, because I've got 8, right? So I've got 8 grandkids. And what I'm learning is I'm starting to like the one-on-one time with them. I used to like get as many of them together at once. That way I could, spend a lot of time with them, do all the things. And when they get tired of me, then they'd have each other to play with. And it's just easier all the way around. But now that they're all getting older and I'm getting older, I enjoy more one-on-one time with them. It's illegal to smoke in your car with under Yeah, 18-year-olds in the UK. I think it's illegal here too, Maria. Laws have changed, yes. I think yeah, Trace, I think it is a law here that at least in some states that you're not allowed to smoke with kids in your car. Ye Yeah, I thought so, Donna Clark, yeah, I thought so. In the UK, it is. It's now illegal, yeah. Macos and KFC food price increased again. What is macas? What is a maca? I would never smoke around my children anyway, yeah. I mean, grandma cracked the window, but I think the smoke fogged view. But I think so the smoke wouldn't fog the view out the windshield. Yep, probably. Yep. I remember my mama smoked in the car too. Never gave two thoughts about it. Really, they didn't think, you know, they didn't realize the damages of secondhand smoke. They really didn't. My mom didn't know. I don't blame them for that. Thank you so much for putting that back out, Maria. Please like and subscribe. Yes, please, please, please. There's 47 in here. Please, please, please subscribe. No seat belts then. I remember the no seat belt thing. Absolutely. I remember laying in the back of my mom's Impala, the land yacht, because Impalas were a lot bigger back in the day. Well, everything was, all the cars were. But I remember laying in her back seat windshield up there while we were traveling down the road. I also remember being in the back of my dad's pickup truck, um, going down the highway in the back of dad's pickup truck. And that's scary today. Good grief, we survived, y'all. We should be dead. I've never spoke, but mother did in the house in the car when we were growing up. She passed from lung cancer. Donna Clark, I'm sorry to hear about that. My dad smoked and cigars, they stink. I like the smell of cigars. I do. Like the faint smell, not the like smoking in a closed up room. I don't want to do that, but I do like the smell of a faint cigar. I smoked about 60 years. Wow, Barbara, really? Finally quit about 12 years ago, was diagnosed with lung cancer 5 years. I am so sorry to hear that. Are you well today? I hope you are well today. Good morning, Teresa. I hope you're well. Good morning. Good morning. This is your morning wake up call. Good morning. Yes, big hugs and love to you. Ori, I got 2 bacon egg McMuffin meals for Dad and Bro and coffee frappe. Ooh, ugh. I hate frappes. For me the other day that cost 32 bucks. I couldn't believe it. hmm I do not like frappes. I do not like them. Not like them at all. They sure need to raise their own. Yep. Tashi, I reckon cheap is not cheap anymore. That's for sure. I have an addictive personality. It can be tough. It's really tough. It really is tough. Thank you. Can you pray? We will pray. I will pray for you, Barbara. I absolutely will pray for you. I absolutely will. Yes. Can we all pray for Barbara Smith? Yes, for sure. For sure. You know what? Let's do it right now. Barbara, are you still in here? Is Barbara in here? Okay. Um, I'm going to pray for Barbara right now. If you guys don't want to listen to it, please mute me. But I feel led to pray for Barbara right now, so I'm going to do that. Ooh, that just made me want to cry. Um, so if you don't want to hear a prayer, if you don't believe in this, then you're welcome to mute me and just um, do whatever it is you do. But those that are believers in prayer and in Christ, then we're going to believe with Barbara right now. Let's pray. God, in your name, I thank you for this day. I thank you for your blessings and your goodness to all of us, Lord. Lord, I thank you for the many relationships, God, that I am developing on here, and I thank you for um, every person, God, that's come to hang out for one reason or another. Lord, I pray that you would just um, give us all what we need, Lord, through this channel, God, um, through just being together, God. You see what every person needs, Lord, and their reasoning for being here, God. And I pray that you would meet that need. And Lord, we come to you right now and then in your name, God, for Miss Barbara, God. And you see the illness in her body. Lord, I ask you to touch her in a mighty way, God. I ask your will be done in her life. I ask you, God, that you would just send healing to her, God, that we know the believers, God, the believers in you know that um, your blood that was shed on Calvary, God, was for her too. And we claim that in the name of Jesus. And we thank you, God, for living in a country, even right now, God, that we're able to pray, even still. And for those countries that aren't able to worship and pray the way that they see fit, God, we pray for them that it will be open to them. Lord, we thank you for Barbara's life and we thank you for everything that you've done. And we thank you for the healing that's going to come her way. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. All right. That messed me up a little bit. Barbara, we love you. We really do. And I will remember you in my prayers and I will keep praying for you. And I know other people will keep praying for you too. So everybody unmute that yeah, I'm not offended in any way if you muted that. That's quite all right. That's quite all right. But if I feel led to pray, I'm gonna pray. That's the way it is over here, you guys. That's just the way I'm running this show. I'm doing my thing, you know? If I feel like praying, I'm gonna pray. We're gonna pray. All right. We're gonna hide none of that. Let's see. Who's Deborah Ann? Did I miss some? There's Deborah Ann. Deborah Ann. The reason why I'm calling you out is because my sister's name was Deborah Ann, and she passed in 2020, and I love that name. So thank you for coming in here and hanging out with us. Welcome. Y'all, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. I always tell you, if you don't like me, add a little bit of sugar. I might be more likable then. If you don't want to add a little sugar, add you a little bit of liquor. I get real likable about then. Let's see, my dad smoked Pall Malls, non-filtered in the house. Wow. Do you know my dad smoked uh Marlboro Reds for years and years and years, and he smoked Camels non-filtered for years and years and years, and he quit cold turkey. Cold turkey quit, and now he's a part of the movement of quitting smoking and tells everybody and all the good things. Hi, Teresa Bronson. Good to see you, Maria says. Barbara, do you feel you need to clear this up? Oh, Macca's is McDonald's. I've never heard that. Never, never, never. I used to be the general manager of the McDonald's. Show did, Magnolia Honey. The back in the day with no seatbelt. Yeah, yeah. Remember them saying that if we sat too close to boob tube television, that we would go blind as kids. Yes, yes, I totally believed that. All right, Miss Barbara says, I had lung and spleen. Radiation put those in remission. Then a brain tumor that I recently had radiation for. In a couple weeks, I will have radiation for one ovary and pelvic bone. God bless you, Miss Barbara. I will be praying for you still. I wish you nothing but the best, my friend. Trace, my mom used to say we would get square eyes. Yeah, the stuff parents used to tell. I used to tell my kids that if they didn't go to sleep, you guys, I honestly used to tell my kids this, remember the Sandman? Did your parents ever tell you about the Sandman? I just found out for my 30 something, I don't know how old my kids are, but I just found out for my 30 something year old daughter that I had her scared to death every night because I told her if she didn't get to sleep, the Sandman was coming. I had no clue that was scaring them. I probably would still do it because it worked and they went to sleep, but I had no clue. I miss my mom's prayers. Amen to that. I miss my listen, there's something about a praying mama. Something I appreciate all these amens. Those that are agreeing in faith for Miss Barbara. That's incredible. Mod for Tina. All right. Well, welcome over here, Miss Deborah Ann. It's good to have you. Thank you, everyone. Oh, you're welcome. We love you here. Your father's an inspiration. Welcome, Raphael. Whoever you are, please subscribe. Yep. Yep. I always told my kids I have eyes in the back of my head. When they grow up, they said they believed me back then. Isn't it funny? The stuff that we tell them and what they really believe? So good, though, right? So good. Because now your kids are using the same thing on their kids. I asked my daughter, I said, "Are you going to tell my grandson about the Sandman?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell him." She said, "It made me go right to sleep." Well, I guess it wasn't too traumatizing then, right? When one or more are gathered in my name, I am there also. Thank you, amen. Yes, got tears leaning. Yes, that is true. That's what the word says. That's what the word says. Both my parents smoke non-filtered Pall Malls. Mm. Barbara, did you ever? I might have. You might have already said so. Yes, you did say that you smoked. That's right. I had those eyes in the back of my head too. Yeah, my mom told me she did. I believed her. You were on great. You were great on panel the other night. Kept me laughing. Well, Deborah, I'm either laughing or crying. It's the truth. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming over here and hanging out with us. I hope you'll subscribe and stick around for a while and come back. I always heard, wait till your father gets home. Yes. So scary. Gosh. My mom actually tried to protect me from my father, from my dad. Yeah. So she never said that to us because that was a whole thing in itself. I raised my granddaughter after my two sons. I'm exhausted, Leanie. Now I'm babysitting my great granddaughter because my granddaughter lives here, working full time and finishing college. Miss Donna, I know that's rough. I know it's rough. I'm tired too, so I can imagine. I can't imagine doing that. But you know what? You'll be blessed. There's something that you're supposed to put in that child that she wasn't going to get unless she went there to you. So you'll be blessed, and I'm going to pray for strength for you. for sure. We told my nieces the smoke alarms were Santa's that is genius. Smoke alarms were Santa's cameras watching them. That is freaking genius. I love that. Barbara Smith, double whammy, huh? My mom's hated that my dad smoked. Yes, wait till your dad gets home, hated that. My mom, not mom's. It's all right. I did the other night. Faithful sub now. Thank you, Miss Deborah Ann. I appreciate that beautiful name. My sister spelled hers the old fashioned way. Well, my mom spelled it the old fashioned way. She named her. I hate my name so much. Gosh, I hate my name. And you know what? I can change my name. We can change our names. But I just and my mom's gone now, but and so it would be easier to do. But I just think that my mom carried me. She had the right to name me what she wanted to, and I don't have the right to change that, and so I won't. But I really hate my name so much. Like, oh God, it's just such a stupid name. Or they say make sure you have clean underwear on in case you're in an accident. Yes. Yes. Lena, Tina's going live in 5. All right. Well, I will happily, Maria G, I have no friends. We can happily go hang over with Tina. Just a few minutes. Don't pull a face in the wind as your face will stay that. Don't pull a face in the wind as your face will stay that well. So in other words, I don't I don't know what that means. I have heard that I remember my parents telling me if I roll, because I used to roll my eyes a lot. I think I still do. I think I'm rolling my eyes actually in that picture right there because I was playing Risk with my son and I was shitty with him because he was beating me and he took that picture. But my parents used to say if I rolled my eyes that they would get stuck in the back of my head and that they would have to hit my head against the wall to get my eyes come back to the front. I tried to message you today, but couldn't. I sent a friend request. Deborah's actually the way it's spelled on my license. Okay. All right. We called her Debbie. Do you go by Debbie or Deb too? If you don't want to say, that's okay. When I was little and pout, my mom would tell me to stop or your face will grow like that. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Uh-huh. Maria, yes, she's good. So Tina's good. So we'll go over and see her and just here in a little bit. Sure, did they ever tell us how dangerous smoking was? They sure didn't. That's right. I love this bunch so much. I just can't keep up with you. I'm forever. Oh, bring it in, Deborah. Let's hug that out. Thank you. I love you guys too. Remember the wind wings on cars to flick their ashes out? No, no. I feel like I ate a lot of cigarette ashes from my mom flicking out the window, you guys. Did you eat cigarette ashes? My dad would say, "Don't pull a face when windy, as your face will stay that way." Oh, that makes sense. Okay. My family and friends call me Debbie. I don't care for Debbie. I understand, Deborah. I've noticed a lot of people, like, when they go on Facebook now and stuff like that, like, I have a friend who we all called her Kim, and she was Kim for years, and then as she got older, she didn't wanna be called Kim anymore, she wanted to be called Kimberly, that was her name. So, maybe it has to do with that, do you think? Yes, Leanie is a great host. God, that's so nice. Thank you so much. Y'all, I'm not paying anybody for these compliments. I'm a broke joke. I'm not kidding. My mom was an RN and paid extra for seatbelt installations in the 50s and 60s. No joke. I did not know there was such a thing. By 1985, the evidence was public. Yes. Hello, Mr. Max Smith. Good to see you. Scientist in the world to track climate warming. In 1977, they got it 100% right. I don't remember the wings. I'm telling y'all, I ate ashes. I remember those flying into my mouth. Well, that's what Grandma told me. By 2003, they hired front groups to debunk the threat. Hmm. I remember my brother got caught looking at a dirty magazine, and Mom told him if he looked at them kind of magazines, he would go blind. Oh, mercy. Mama meant business. She meant business. My mom's name is Mary, so I had to go by Mary Jane or my Mary Jane. So you had to use the name Mary Jane? Yeah. Reread about hold on. What did I miss? Is it from Trace? Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get there. Y'all calm it down. Let me get there. Okay. Hold on. Remember, they say if swallow 7 years. I believed that. Oh my God. Did I ever believe that? Such bull crap. Why did they tell us that? I wonder if they believed it themselves. So you know what I started doing, Trace? This is the truth. We had a dog, a cockapoo, and I was we weren't allowed to chew gum in our house because my dad always said that he found gum in the carpet. So we would get a spanking if we chewed gum in the house. So when he wasn't there, of course, we were chewing gum in the house. So because I was scared to swallow my gum and we couldn't put it in the trash because dad would find it, I would give it to my dog. And I would feel so bad because I would be like, my poor dog, that gum's gonna be inside his body for 7 years. But then I thought to myself, well, 7 years means like 150,000 years to a dog, so he's not gonna live that long anyways. That's honestly what my little blondie mind would think about all that stuff. That's terrible. I wonder where they came up with this stuff. I didn't tell my kids stuff about that though. But that's how messed up that made me. Like I felt bad for the dog and then I was like, "Oh, he's not gonna live that long anyway, so it messes him up, so he'll be okay." I remember about the dirty mags. My dad said that to my brother. Wow, Deborah, I like your name also. We just had to fit seatbelt anchors in one of the old cars we were restoring to work. Hmm. Could you imagine driving around today without a seatbelt on? That is cray cray. Like I couldn't imagine putting my grandchildren into a car and not have a seatbelt on now. It's so in us. It's so there now. My name is Natasha. I like my name. I just made this account a year ago and left it. Oh, Natasha's a nice name. Natasha. Sounds like Polish or Russian, Natasha, is that where that name comes from? Warrior Nun, it's exhausting taking over. Yes. My 2 kids are cockapoos. Aw. Aw. Yeah, our cockapoos, we had 2 cockapoos, as well. One was, when one passed, we got another one, and both of their names were Fluff because I guess my parents just weren't that creative. Mom said if I swallow gum, it would stick to my appendix. Really? I'd feel naked without a seatbelt. Yeah, for sure. They used to let patients smoke as patients in the hospital. Really? I don't remember that. Hey, Lisa, good to see ya. I'm missing some of these. Natasha is a great name. It is a pretty name. Joyce, my dad said the gum would get lodged and I collapsed. Good Lord. If you buy a pre-1964 car without seatbelts, the law allows you to drive without. Really, Max? I did not know that. But wouldn't you be scared? Well, I guess they wouldn't go that fast, though, right? But my brother almost died because of a car accident going 10 miles an hour. Of course, he was sitting on top of the car, but that's a whole nother story. Yeah, Natasha does sound Russian. It's very pretty, though. My youngest dog's name is Anishka, and it is from the Ukraine because her grandparents are both uh, from the Ukraine and they are titled um, Goldens. And I wanted her to have a Ukrainian name, so I picked Anichka, but I call her little girl. They're in my life. Yeah, I totally get that. I love my fur babies too, especially now that I'm an empty nester. I needed some dogs to take care of. Tuli, Rose, and Lily. How freaking cute is that? Oh, I love that. That's true, Max. Our clients have kids and wanted them installed. Oh, you're a collector, Max? Nice. They had a smoking lounge in the hospital. Wow. Do they still have smoking lounges in airports, you guys, in international airports? It's been so long since I've been to one. Miss Barbara says, I love Leanie's chat. I stay more in the bushes and bigger chats. Don't talk much in other chats. Oh, I'm so happy you talk here. I love having people chit chat here. Max Smith, well, at least I'm learning on YouTube. You could smoke anywhere many years ago. It's shocking. Yeah, beautiful, heartfelt prayer, Leanie. See you all on PCT, you mean? Okay, yeah, we can head over there. I can close this out and head over there. I need to go make some coffee for my hubby who's going to be getting up for work. I always try to have his coffee made. That's about as good as. Y'all, I'm not a great wife. I'm not gonna lie. Not a great wife. I, but I'm not an overachiever, right? So I'm a pretty darn good wife though, but I'm not a great wife. If I had a name like Natasha, I'd keep it. People always think I'm a stoner. I think my dad was a sadist. Good night. Parties in the dorm. Yes, I remember the smoking in the hospitals. I'm old. I'm old too, but I don't remember that. Well, I always went to military hospitals. Maybe that was different. I don't know. I am a stoner. I made this account like 15 years ago. You knew of YouTube 15 years ago? I just found YouTube 2 years ago. I thought it was only about music. Good Lord. I was the kid that always forgot to put my clothes in the laundry basket. I stuck them under my bed. Mom, Mom said, better put the clothes where they go, because if you run out, I guess you go naked. Yeah. Yes, please like and subscribe. Please, please, please. I want to see, did we get any subs? Let me look real quick. I hate looking away from chat because I feel like I miss so much. But I want to see. This could be wrong, but it's still at 213, which means we need 7 to I only go in 10 increments of 10. So, all right, Amanda, I will see you over there. All right, guys, I can close this down and we can head over to PCT's chat. I'm going to go make hubby mm, some coffee. My mom smoked Red Pall Malls. My dad smoked Lucky Strikes rolled up in his sleeve. Wow. Lena, you have a great voice. I will go back and watch some of your. Deborah Ann, thank you so much because I really, really hate my voice too. Do you know? Honest to God, I've never even re-listened to any of my lives because I hate my voice that much. Really. So I appreciate you saying that. I mean, my husband says it's okay, but he's my husband. He better say it's okay. Yeah, I appreciate the support so much. Thank you. You can't smoke anywhere in the UK, not in pubs, clubs, waiting rooms. The list is endless. Can you smoke out on the street though, Maria, or there designated areas on the street as well? The minute it becomes designated areas here, oh gosh, maybe I'll quit smoking then because that's just like non-convenient for me. Oh, she's not live yet? Okay, okay. When I made this account years ago, I thought YouTube was just for music. Me too, girl. Me too. Me too. I've been doing it all wrong. Yes, they even had the cigarette machines when you walked in the doors of the hospital. Yeah. Remember when you could go to the cigarette machine and buy your parents smokes? I remember my mom sending me down to the corner store to go buy her smokes out of the cigarette machine. That's crazy. Thanks for an awesome. Oh, Miss Barbara, you're so welcome. Thank you for hanging out with me, Miss Barbara. Please keep me updated. She's not on yet. Can't see Tina live. All right, y'all just let me know and I could close this one down and then we could go over there. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate you thinking I have a great voice. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies, girl. That's what I tell my husband. I had fun. Memories are everything. Memories are everything. Memories are everything. We're in Germany. Were you stationed? Me? Are you asking me? So the first time I was in Germany 2 tours, and the first time we were stationed at Fenton Army Airfield, which is right outside of Mainz. It's no longer an airfield anymore. It was closed down right after I left. We came back to the States in 1989. And then we went back to Germany in 1991 and we were stationed in Swabish Hall. And while we were there, we downsized. That was Dolan Barracks that we were stationed at. And I lived on the economy at that duty station. So I didn't live on post. So I lived amongst the Germans. And I can't tell you how much I love that. Seriously, I seriously, it changed the whole game for me. Um, um, it became a vacation at that point, right? Um, I was learning the culture, and trying to speak a little German here and there. And they could all speak English because it was required. It's required in their schools to learn English, so they could speak English. But I did my best to, if I went to go visit them or I was invited over to their house or whatever, to speak as much broken German as I could, um, just because I wanted to, and I felt like that was the polite thing to do. So we closed down Dolan Barracks and Swabish Hall, and we moved to Würzburg. Um, and that is, and I lived on the economy there as well. Two of my kids were born. So I went over when I was 15 and my baby was 3 months old. And they say if you go to Germany, you either bring back a cuckoo clock, a shrunk, or a baby. Well, I brought back two babies, a cuckoo clock, and a shrunk. And both of my babies were born at Wiesbaden Air Base. So there's that. The man in the moon scared my granddaughter. I'll be in the bushes at Tina's. Oh God, I'll be in the I'm fading fast. Have a great day. All right, Tashi. Good to see you, honey. I enjoy your lives. I stay in the bushes a lot and only comment once. Rainy, you come out here and sit amongst us. You come out here and I mean, nobody's going to know about it but us. It's fun. She has it scheduled to come on now. Okay. As soon as I start seeing you guys all drop out, I will close this. No offense at all. We'll go over there and hang out. I love that song by Stevie Nicks. I sure do too. I love all Stevie Nicks songs. You're welcome, Donna Clark. You're welcome, honey. My dad was in the army in Germany before I was born. Nice. I would like to go back. I wouldn't want to live there at this point in my life, but man, do I ever miss the food and the people. The people just well, I guess anybody, in a different country is just like really uh interesting to me. Um, but if I ever got into an airplane to go overseas again, it would only be one of two places. I would go to England in a heartbeat, and I would go to Israel. That's it. Because I would love to go to the Wailing Wall. Um, but other than that, I have no desire to go back overseas at all. I'd like to go to Canada, but to us Americans, that's not really overseas. You just jump in the car, and I mean, in 3 hours, I could be in Canada. So I haven't been over there. I'd like to go over there, but to me, that's not like going overseas. Tell me lies. Yeah. Yeah, girl. Unfortunately, the bush can't sing, Stevie. Unfortunately. Why? Why is that? Hey, Rainey, first time here for me. Well, Mary Jane, I sure hope you stick around. I hope you come back. I can't sing worth no I used to sing, you guys. I used to sing in church. I used to sing at weddings. I used to sing karaoke. I used to sing all of it. And when you don't sing, when you don't sing as much and use your vocal cords and you're getting older, you're changing and you lose it. And I lost it a long time ago and I can't find it. And I don't know that I want to find it. Everything that I've ever lost, I'm not sure I ever wanna find again. I have a gorgeous, tall stepdaughter named Darlene. Oh, Donna, you must love her because you called her gorgeous. Um, I just hate my name so much. I can't explain it. I cannot explain how much I hate that name. And I don't have a reason why. So, I just think it's a dumb name. It's just dumb. You know what? I just thought about something, you guys. I think I've told some of you before the only time I ever got called Darlene is when I was like something bad was going on in my life, right? Like something because if I was in my mama's good graces, like she would call me Blondie. If my mom was, or she would call me, I'm sorry, she would call me Leanie. They would call me Leanie or Leanie Bug. And then if I was in trouble, she always called me Blondie. But if I heard Darlene, I knew, oh God, my butt was already warm. I knew it was coming. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just associate because I do associate things and places with bad events in my life. Don't like that about myself either, but that's how he made me. It's dangerous to go to Israel. My mom wanted to go and we all kept her here. Yeah, it is dangerous to go, but and I don't think I'll ever make it, but I'm just saying that that's one place I would really like to go. The Wailing Wall is a large wall surrounded Jerusalem called Fort Antonia. Yeah, I watch, there's actually a YouTube man that I watch that walks all around Jerusalem, and he gives a lot of history of it, Max. I forget right now offhand what it's called, what the channel's called, but I've learned a lot about it just from watching him. I didn't realize really how small of a place Jerusalem was. I thought it was just so big. It's really, really not. I will come back. I like the vibe here. Thank you, Mary Jane. I appreciate that. My mom was mean. She said, I'll knock your teeth down your throat. All I could think of was little teeth getting stuck in my throat. I was about 4. Oh, mercy. How about, did you guys ever hear this from your mom? My mom used to say this, I brought you into this world and I'll take you out. Wow. Wow, mom. Wow. Because the girls will be singing Tina's life. All right. Well, let's go over there. I'm going to finish reading up all of this really quick and then my make the man who pays my bills some coffee. And my dogs are still out of it. So I will jump over there and see you guys over there. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me for another 3 hours. I appreciate it. I didn't expect to have this many people here. So I appreciate y'all coming out of the jungle to hang with me. And I will see you over in Tina's. Thanks so much, you guys. Thank you for everything. Hit the like on your way out. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. So we will see you guys over there. Thanks for joining me. I enjoyed it so much. Good night, guys.